Give you 3 options before the end of the world. How would you choose? 1. Unlimited food includes drinks. 2. Golden Desert Eagle equipped with an infinite magazine. 3. A can of hairspray that will be handsome after spraying. You already know 5 hours in advance. The end of extreme cold will come. The living environment of human beings will become increasingly harsh. Funeral and illness will also break out. Order and rules will gradually collapse. In the end of the world, food scarcity is the most important problem. You directly choose the first one. Select success. The host now begins to have unlimited food. You are excited. I thought silently in my heart, give me an iced Americano with less ice. The next second, a cold cup of coffee suddenly appears in your hand. You are excited. It turned out to be really great. The end times are coming. The rules of survival are also changing. Then I don't have to continue to live this kind of hard life now. It's time to change your way of life. From today, I don't eat beef. The system gave me 10 more beef skewers. You start eating beef skewers. At this time, my girlfriend sent a message. I went ashore for the postgraduate entrance examination. There are some things that should be clarified to you. Let's break up. You should know. We are no longer part of the world. You are just a worker who earns $4,000 a month. And I am already a graduate student. There will definitely be a bright future in the future. I know this is a bit cruel to you. After all, I have been in the flowers for the postgraduate entrance examination all these years. But I also paid a few years of you. We are level. We will not contact you in the future. That's all. See this cold message? You feel uncomfortable and relieved. Sneered. Zhao Yufei, you will regret it. At this time, the system beep sounded again. In order to ensure the survival needs of the host, this system will be the host at 0:0 every day. Various check-in bonuses are available. Daibergrad. Hosts can choose a check-in reward every day. You are looking forward to the end times right now. The world itself before was ordinary. But the end is coming. I am going to counterattack. You ride the electric donkey back to the rental house. While waiting for the elevator, a sound came. Workers, please stay away from me. The smell of sweat all over his body. You look at the past. It was found that it was Shen Wanwei wearing a bank uniform. At this time, he was covering his nose and staring at himself with disgust on his face. Shen Wanwei is her neighbor. You live in 301. Shen Wanwei and her new husband Wang Xingzhu 302. The two got married a month ago. At that time, you gave a warning from a distance. Shen Wanwei wearing a white wedding dress. I was amazed by the wool. This woman is both in terms of appearance and figure. All have a 90-point accuracy, far from being comparable to the ex-girlfriend who kicked herself away. It belongs to the horn that makes people can't help but commit chow thief syndrome. At this time, I saw Shen Wanwei. Your corner slowly showed an inexplicable smile. Shen Wanwei frowned and looked disgusted. What to see? It was tiring enough to work for a day. After get off work, you will be stinky from the bottom. It's really exciting. Her husband, Wang Sheng, is an executive of a company. Both of them consider themselves to be heroes of society. From the bottom of my heart, I look down on you at the bottom. The elevator came at this time. You walk in. Shen Wanwei obviously planned to wait for another trip. Before the elevator door closed, you suddenly sneered. If you are hungry, remember to come to me at night. The elevator is closed. Shen Wanwei was full of anger slightly. What do you think of yourself? For the sake of stuttering, go to him. Go crazy. You come to the room and rummage through the closet. Since the extreme cold is coming. Gold. Dong dong dong. There was a sharp and violent knock on the door. Shen Wenyue's shout came from outside the door. Workers. You make it clear to me. What did you mean just now? You come out. Don't hide inside and make a sound. I know you're at home. At this time, Wang Xing heard his wife's voice and opened the door to ask, What's wrong, Xiaoye? Why are you knocking on the door of that worker's house? I saw my husband come out. Through my husband, a worker actually molested me. I want him to live no longer. Bao Xing was angry. This kid is looking for a fight, right? Xia Ye, don't worry. I will definitely let him. The words are not finished yet. You open the door and come out. Wang Xing looked up angrily, but bumped into your cold and angry eyes. Most of the anger went down on the spot. He looks weak. And you are much tougher after working hard for many years. Once the fight starts, the outcome is very clear. Wang Xing's attitude changed and smiled at you. You're back. You must be tired from a day at work. Rest early. After saying that, he hurriedly dragged his wife back to the house and closed the door. Shen Wanwei glared at her husband and was angry. Husband, what are you running? You didn't see him like that just now. Are you afraid? Wang Xing shook his head with a serious face. Wife, you are wrong. I'm not afraid. But for our safety considerations, we are a happy family in society. Like him, the bottom of society, he will definitely be jealous if you annoy him. What should we do if he goes crazy and retaliates? Shen Wanwei was excited when she heard this. I felt a bit afraid. You don't have to worry either. In my opinion, didn't completely push him into a hurry. He didn't dare to do anything. That's it. You must always remember the principle of giving in to a happy person. We are happy people. When encountering this kind of retreat, it is better to take a step back. That's fine, Pot. Then close the doors and windows. Wait for the end of the world with peace of mind. The hot and dry air at night suddenly brought a hint of cold wind. Goose feathers and heavy snow slowly fell in the sky. Then the snow fell like a joy. Just half an hour. The temperature plummeted from 30 degrees to 0 degrees, and it's still falling. At the same time, you are excited. Because it was 12 o'clock in the evening, the current check-in bonus options are as follows. 1. 10,000 sets of thermal clothing made of special materials. It can withstand the cold of -100 degrees. 2. Unlimited battery packs. Contains batteries for all electronics on the market. 31,000 USB flash drive. Contains all film and television dramas and short movies of Blue Star. 4. A box of chewing gum that you can't stop eating at all. You think about it and choose one. The temperature drop is too strong. Keeping warm is the most important. Is the system funny? Why is the last option so messy for 2 days in a row? After choosing, his mind moved. A set of warm clothes appeared in his hand. The fabric is very peculiar. There is the comfort of pure cotton. There is also the softness of cashmere. Your eyes light up after you put it on. This warm clothing can not only keep out the cold, but also actively heat up. Even the face, hands and feet outside didn't feel cold. Basically, it feels like spring. The problem of food and clothing has been solved. You sit by the window with peace of mind, watching the heavy snow wrap the city in silver. Snow flies in June. Many small potatoes in the south ran out happily. Expressed curiosity and admiration for the sudden heavy snowfall. Building a snowman. Snowball fights of snowball fights. After all, Jiangqing belongs to the southern city. Snow falls too often. Many people excitedly changed into down jackets and rushed out to play. Suddenly, there was a scream from downstairs. What it is? You hurriedly looked over and your pupils couldn't help but shrink. A young man's face suddenly grew pustules. All the skin outside is covered with bags. The people around him looked at him in fear. What is this saving me? Less than half a minute. The bag on the body is broken. The man's body also stiffened. He fell to the ground with wide eyes. This person is gone. The people around fled. Men are not unique. Soon many people discovered. Pustules also grew on his body. For a while, the community was completely chaotic. You frown and look carefully. These are people with pustules. I was playing in the snow outside just now, so this snow is sensitive. It will be long in less than 5 minutes after contact with snow. It will disappear within half a minute. I just don't know if there is any contagion in this snow. You can't help but gasp. It's a bit fierce. Just for a moment. There are more than 10 people under the community. The sound of the mournful beak is like a sound. As the ghosts cry, wolf shouted intensify. Shinzi's people and the entire community also turned on the lights, ran to the balcony and shouted outside. I didn't feel noisy at night. However, after seeing the situation clearly, it's a pity. You turn on your phone to watch the news. I found that the whole world was in chaos. Heavy snow and other related information are on the hot search. Countless people are asking for help and mourning. The community owner group is also messed up. Help. My daughter also hit the snow just now. Whose family has something to do? Save the child. What is this situation? Is the world apocalyptic? Hit 110 and hit 120 is also a line. What are we going to do? Natural disasters are only temporary. Believe that we will be saved. The whole world is in chaos. Who will save you? Who has mineral springs and snacks? I'm willing to spend a lot of money on it. Smart people already have a premonition. It will be a disaster that will not be easily overcome. It's only been an hour now. The snow is already half a meter deep. The snow has not stopped. Therefore, the national grain state has become a top priority. It is not clear yet. Will snow penetrate the skin through clothing? No one dares to try with their own lives. So the materials of each family in the community, it became the last hope. You checked the doors and windows. I made sure that the snow did not drift in before I felt relieved. The next morning at 8 a.m., you wake up on time. Come to the window and look out. I couldn't help but stutter. All the people in the sky have been buried in the snow. The height of the snow has already exceeded the first floor. The temperature also dropped to minus 30 degrees. The only good thing is that the snow has stopped temporarily. The sky is gloomy. I don't know when the next game will be played. I checked the facilities in the house. As expected, all electricity and natural gas were paralyzed. Originally, the fresh snow was scary enough. There is no electricity now. Such a low temperature. I can only rely on the down jacket on my body. But how many people can resist? I'm afraid there will be no people frozen today. You don't panic at all. Eating hot pot and drinking hot tea in the house. By the way, look at the news of the owner group. After a night of torture, many people in the group fell silent. I don't know if it was lost by snow or frozen. There are only a few distress messages from Liao Liao. But obviously no one paid attention. You didn't go out for the next day. At 12 o'clock, a new reward came. Today's check-in bonus options are as follows. 1. Golden Desert Eagle equipped with infinite bullets. 2. Strength level increases by 5. 3. In the end of the world, sleds can glide on ice and snow without hindrance. 4. Drink a can of carbonated drinks that can be infinitely separated. The fourth option is still so messy. You want the Golden Sand Eagle. But in the end I chose 2. Judging from this sign-in, rewards can be repeatedly swiped. Then don't be afraid. Wait until the next time it comes out. As for this Strength Enhanced, it's very sci-fi. I chose it. After the reward arrives, you punch the solid wood dining table. The dining table was blasted out of a fist hole on the spot. You are satisfied. Strength involves all-round improvements such as allergy prevention. This punch blasted out. It didn't hurt. The next 3 days, you still haven't gone out. Stop and stop under the heavy snow outside. It was almost flooded to the windows of my house, and you finally brushed it again. The Golden Sand Eagle that I miss. And brush the talent skill of 100 shots. The third reward is that you choose a thermostatic stove. It's a shape like a stove but only a palm-sized device. It emits a faint blue light. No need to charge and burn oil. Bring enough energy. The effect of the thermostatic furnace is placed in the house. It can be guaranteed within a radius of 3 meters. The temperature is constant at 26 degrees. The disadvantage is that it cannot penetrate the wall, but there are 10,000. A few at home will be warm. You were speechless for a while. Doesn't this thing look like my thermal clothes are very tasteless? But with this thing, I can take a shower at home. The all-you-can-eat on the first day included heat. At this time, the phone barely retains a trace of power. You find the owner group. There are already calls to go to the underground garage to exchange supplies. This is a wise choice. Although the underground garage is connected to the outside world, but the garage entrance and exit have been blocked by heavy snow, it's good not to get close. All buildings can be accessed through a safe passage. Inside. You decide to go down and take a look. Put on a thick down jacket. You're out. Although you are no longer cold, but you always have to put on a show. At this time, the underground garage was already overcrowded. You made a simple estimate. There are a total of 14 buildings in the entire community. More than 2,700 people. There are only more than 600 people coming to the underground garage. That is to say, it's only been 5 days. There are so many people in the community. I don't think about it. The snow fell late at night. Most people have not been exposed to it. Many people may have enough surplus food at home. There is no need to go out to exchange supplies for the time being. I have a 30,000 mAh power bank. Now half of the electricity is still there. I want to change a bottle of mineral spring. I have a flour here. Change instant noodles and bread. I have a fire intestine and want to change it to reduce fever. Most of them are based on changing food and sources. There are also a small number of people who want to exchange things. He treated his family. After all, the temperature drops too fast. There are not a few people who catch colds, although the mineral springs are basically frozen. 100. You saw Wang Xing and Shen Wanwei at this time. At this time, both of them were wrapped into rice dumplings. Only 2 weak and pale faces were revealed. In front of them were some gold and silver jewelry. It seems to be in order to survive. Shen Wanwei had already taken out her dowry. But the end of the world is also several days. Everyone knows it too. Gold and silver are useless now. The old world was fine. But in today's world it's useless. No one patronizes them at all. Shen Wanwei looked up and saw you smiling, Mimi. I can't help but think of that day. What you said at the elevator entrance. If hungry, remember to come to me at night. Could it be that he knew it would snow heavily? You didn't go up. Don't like to take the initiative, strolling around. You see a posture that is not under Shen Wanwei. The eyes lit up. Although the other party is dressed tightly. But the facial features are very good. A little pale. This woman is alone. Curl yourself up in a corner. There are some famous brands in front of you. Bags and cosmetics and the like. Like Shen Wanwei and his wife, no one looked at it. You observe. While eavesdropping on other people's conversations. Probably sorted out a few useful information. The first one is, the vegetarian in the snow is only contagious if it comes into contact with the skin. There is no airborne contagion. This is good news. Otherwise, who dares to open the door to ventilate? The second good news is, some people can't stand hunger and do bold experiments. As long as the umbrella does not touch the snow, you can walk in a place where the snow is not deep. The only trouble is that the snow on the roads in the community is too deep now. It's more than 3 meters. Manpower simply can't go out to find supplies. Of course, there are many people talking about it. Modify the vehicle with the tools available at home. I want to try to see if I can open it. You think it's all just this thickness of snow? The excavator struggled to drive out. Not to mention the car. It can also be seen from this, to what extent people's supplies are lacking. The third news makes you a little worried. It is those who are submerged in the snow. The pupils are all from. Each is frozen in an extremely twisted posture. It looks very penetrating. These are not people. It will not all become a funeral in the future. The more you think about it, the more likely it becomes. Once the weather warms up, these bodies are thawed. It is very likely that it will come back to life. It seems that there will be options to improve your strength in the future. Just choose without thinking. The stronger you are, the more likely you are to survive. The woman Ling Shui just now approached you and asked, "Handsome guy, do you have bread, instant noodles or anything like that? I buy these brand name bags for several parties. Can you change something to eat?" You looked at Ling Shue's face and said, "Your stuff is useless. Can you be practical?" Ling Shue's face is ugly. She actually knows it too. It's all time. Brand name bags and all that. All of them were wrapped in rice dumplings and hungry. Who still has the mind to dress up with a bag? She lives alone. There is no man to rely on. In this cruel time period. The only thing worth it is yourself. But she didn't want to hand herself over so easily. Handsome guy, this won't work. Ling Shui pondered for a moment. Take out a plastic bag from your pocket. Take a look at the plastic bag. You were speechless on the spot. It was full of all kinds of socks. Shouting handsome guys. In fact, they still treat me as a dick. Ling Shui low voice. Handsome guy, this is all you who I haven't washed through you. Go to the upper side. You throw the plastic bag back. Took out another piece from his pocket. The bread was then put back in the pocket. I live in 5 buildings 301. If you want to eat, come to my house. Everyone is an adult. You should know what I mean. After saying that, you turn away from her. Ling Shui frowned and wavered. If it is before the end of the world, she wouldn't even look at such a dick. I didn't expect the end of the world to come. Dick actually let herself go to him. Although he was angry. But what can be done? People have food. You continue to hang out here for less than 2 minutes. You're hanging out. I didn't take a few steps. The safe passage of Building 7 suddenly rushed out of 3 big men. The head is full of flesh. It's a ruthless corner. All 3 of them were carrying vegetables in their hands. Liang Meng waved his hand. Roared. Grab it for me. The words did not fall. He rushed straight to the nearest booth. The stall owner is an old lady. There was a can of milk powder for the elderly on the stall. Liang Meng didn't say a word. Snatched it over. The old lady was in a hurry. Grabbed Liang Meng's arm. The voice trembled. Ouch. Why are you robbing me? Come on. Someone robbed. This was her only hope in exchange for food. Liang Meng's eyes were cold. A writhing smile came out of the corner. Picked up the vegetable wolf and slashed it down. Pfft. The light suddenly appeared. The old lady's head was embedded with vegetables. Fell weakly. People. I don't know who screamed. Instant. The crowd scattered and fled like a frying pan. You look at all this coldly. As the crowd slowly walked towards Building 5. After so many days, the order finally began to crumble. In the face of living, what kindness and brilliance of people will completely dissipate. Today's incident. It is destined to be the beginning of chaos. Liang Meng was the first person. But as a gangster, his psychological quality is not bad. He yelled at the 2 little brothers. What is it? Give it to grab. He rushed straight to the nearest person. It doesn't matter if the other party has food or not. Cut first and then talk. The 2 younger brothers were inspired by the momentum of the eldest brother. Also began to open the vows. When Ling Shui made a move in Liang, I have already hurried home. Even the brand name bags and ID cards on the ground were too late to pick up. Wang Xing pulled Shen Wanwei and ran wildly, but everyone was running for their lives. The pampered couple was quickly knocked down. Shen Wanwei's feet were weak. I can't get up at all. The voice was crying. Husband. Wang Xingming wanted to pull her up. But he was also hungry and couldn't use his energy at all. Seeing Liang Mengqi rushing over, Wang Xing made a tooth. Spread your hands? Wife, wait for me. I'm going to find someone to help. Finished. He ran away without looking back. Shen Wanwei was stunned. She never dreamed that her new husband would leave her behind. Seeing Luo Tu approaching, she was so scared that she cried. You see this? Immediately rushed over to help her up. This is your prey. It can't be just that. Follow me. Shen Wanwei felt your strong and powerful arms. Only then did I see that you saved her. My heart was moved. Liang Meng is purely indiscriminate. Whoever cuts whoever is close. until everyone in the underground garage ran out. The three brothers stopped. There are 7 or 8 bodies on the ground. There are also people who hold their broken arms and mourn. His face was full of dying and laughing. Cut them down one by one. The 2 younger brothers quickly searched the underground garage. Got a lot of food. Their plan is simple. Come down to chop people and grab things. Others are definitely afraid to run away. There is no time to take away the stall things. It can only be cheaper for them, Liang Meng estimated. The food stolen this time. It's enough for them to eat for 2 days. But it's not easy to grab later. These people will definitely lock the door and not come out. I want to get food again. I can only find a way to break the door. Go, let's go back first. Liang Meng waved his hand. I left the underground garage with my 2 younger brothers. At this time, another younger brother, Zhang Ping, suddenly held an ID card. Ran over with a smile on her face. The eyes are also a slit. Boss, I found something good. Liang Meng took it over and took a look. The eyes suddenly lit up. What a beautiful woman. The woman on the ID card is called Ling Shui. Melon face. A pair of bright and moving eyes. A proper superb beauty. You know, ID photos are the most effective way to check appearance. Those women who rely on beauty filters and makeup to go out. It will appear in its original form in front of the ID photo. But Ling Shui's ID photo. It's so beautiful that you can't take your eyes off it. The only pity. The address on the ID card is not from Jiayuan community. Probably the tenants here. I don't know which house I live in. Zhang Peng licked one by one. He smiled fiercely. Boss, I haven't touched a woman for several days. This is the best. Be sure to let my little brother taste it. Liang Meng smiled. Patted him on the shoulder. Not in a hurry. Let's get the food back first. Create another tool that can break the door. When the time comes, one by one. Sooner or later, it will come across. And there are many women in this community. Our brother can play all over it. The 3 of them looked at each other. There was a wicked smile on his face. Then he went home with the loot. The other side. After you left with Shenwanwei. Block the door of the safe passage. Only then did he return to the 3rd floor of Building 5 until I saw the doorstep. Shenwanhua finally had the strength to stand firm. Get your hand right away. Rushed to the door of his house angrily. Slammed the door hard. Wang Xing, the host wins. Wang Xing, you opened the door for me. You coward. You actually have the face to leave your wife and run home alone. You opened the door for me. Her voice was forked again. It almost shattered the door panel. You open your door with a smile. Leaning against the door with his arms folded to watch the play, Wang Xing, who was hiding in the house and trembling, heard his wife's voice. Only then did he look out tremblingly through the cat's eyes. I saw that it was just you and your wife. He mustered up the courage to open the door. Stammered. Small Xiaoye. You're okay. Come in. Otherwise, the group rushed over again. He said as if he was not the one who lost his wife and ran away just now. Hurriedly reached out to pull his wife into the door. Shenwanhua shook off his arm. Pointed at his nose and scolded. Wang Xing, you are still not a man. How did you swear an oath to me before getting married? When I encountered danger, I left myself and ran away. I was really blind to marry you. Sing. As he spoke, she cried herself. Tears couldn't stop falling. Wang Xing saw you watching the play on the sidelines. The face is a little ugly, he explained with a smile. It's such a small moon. I'm not afraid. Didn't I ask someone to help? It's just that no one wants to help me. I really can't help it. Just ran back to find tools and prepare to save you. You have to believe me, Xiaoye. Then you close the door. Shenwanhua said directly. Wang Xing was speechless. I hesitated for a long time and couldn't speak. Shenwanhua continued to cry. Everything that can be eaten and drunk at home is eaten. Even my gold bracelet was lost just now. What should I do? Sing. I was still young. I don't want to be hungry with you. She at this time. Helplessness to the extreme. Wang Xing was also helpless. Rao is his self-feathered social hero. High-end talents with an annual salary of hundreds of thousands. In the face of this situation, there is no way out. Suddenly, his eyes fell on Yu, who was laughing at you. Only then did I realize something was wrong. This kid. The gas is very good. You have a rosy face. There was no trace of starvation. Wang Xing asked tentatively. Lincoln, do you have food at home? You nod bluntly. There is. And there are a lot of them. As soon as these words came out, even Shen Wanhua stopped crying. The eyes lit up instantly. With a hint of anticipation. Great. Lin Dong, can you share what we ordered? You raise your corner. Show a big smile. That's naturally not possible. Shen Wanhua and Wang Xing were stunned at the same time. Before they could react. You take a can of Coke out of your pocket. After opening it, I took a sip, satisfied with the interruption. Every drink ice cola in winter. It's also very cool. Wang Xing and his wife stared at the boss. The dry eel couldn't help but moisten. The mouth is about to flow out. This thing. You don't care about it before the end of the world. After the end of the world, you can't afford to climb high. And this is also proved by the size. You have ridiculously many supplies at home. Otherwise, who would have nothing to do with Coke and pretend? Wang Xing squeezed out a flattering smile. Lin Dong, look. We are all neighbors. As the saying goes, distant relatives are not as good as close neighbors. As long as you are willing to share a little with us, wait for the disaster to pass. How about I arrange for you to join my company? I will give you 6,000 a month. Nope, 8,000 salary. You laugh. 8. This guy hasn't recognized the reality yet, seeing that the Coke in his hand was drunk and frozen into ice. You reluctantly throw it back into the house. He took out another can from his pocket and continued to drink. Wang Xing's eyes were already green. I am even more convinced that your home is rich in materials. Shen Wanhua one by one. With a hint of wish. Lin Dong, do you think this will work? We are willing to buy in spending. A bottle of 1,007, one bottle 100, as long as it is edible. We all pay 10 times the price. It doesn't work. You keep laughing. You are also an 8. Wang Xing and his wife dared not be angry but did not dare to speak. Wang Xing asked helplessly, what about you? Only then are they willing to share a little of our food. Close your eyes. Smiled slightly. His eyes fell on Shen Wanhua. Let's do it. My house has been a mess these days. I need a woman to help me clean up. I can hire my sister-in-law to be my maid. Come to my house to work from 8 am to 8 p.m. every day. Specially serve my diet and daily life. Salary. I take care of 3 meals a day for my sister-in-law. And allow her to bring 1 piece a day. Bread and a bottle of mineral spring to go home. How? Shen Wanhua's face turned red instantly. Angry driver. Lin Dong, you're too much. Why should I clean up the house for you? You look down on people too much. Everyone is an adult. There is no need to say that little bit of bending at all. If she is allowed to share a room with you, you must not be eaten dry and wiped clean. 3 meals a day. I'm afraid it will become 2 things. Wang Xing was also angry, but he still maintained some sanity. No hands-on. Frowned. Lin Dong, this is definitely not possible. Do you think this will work? I'll help you clean up the house with your sister-in-law. Definitely help you clean up. You spread your hands. Men are not welcome in my family. If you don't like it, forget it. Finished. You just close the door. Laughing secretly in his heart. Anyway, there is food and drink, and it is not cold. Some are time to play slowly. The 2 of them are beautiful. Then Shen Wanhua broke out again. Wang Xing, you left me running away. We're not done. Shen Wanhua slammed the door home angrily. Wang Xing could only hurriedly catch up with him to comfort him. At night. Your awakening one. I decided to cook a hot pot to eat. Tripe, lamb, shrimp slippery, yellowthroat. Everything is complete. The aroma overflows. And 302 inside. After the quarrel, Wang Xing and his wife fell silent. After all, quarrels also consume physical strength. All the food and drink at home are exhausted. No more quarrels will help. Suddenly, Shen Huanyue's nose twitched slightly, frowning in confusion. Strange. How did I smell the hot pot? Is it an illusion? Wang Xing also sniffed. I was shocked. It really tastes like hot pot. The two looked beautiful. I was so hungry that I was stuck on my back. This time I was stabbed by the smell of hot pot, hungry even more. Wang Xing quietly opened the door. Ultimately confirmed that the taste is coming from your home. My heart suddenly became alive. He whispered to Shen Huanyue. Why? Or you go work for Lin Dong. Shen Huanyue's eyes widened. Looked at Wang Xing in disbelief. Wang Xing, do you know what you're talking about? This day. During the day, her husband abandoned her and fled for her life. I actually asked her to work for you at night. Isn't that just asking her to accompany you in disguise? An indescribable disappointment and coldness swept through the body. She didn't even have the strength to be angry. Wang Xing coughed twice. I know in my heart what it means to let my wife work for you. But he was so hungry. Lived for more than 20 years. For the first time, he felt extremely hungry. There is no hope of arguing. Originally, today it was expected to rely on material exchange. Now hope is completely disappointed. The only hope of survival is relying on his wife to work for a piece of bread. He squeezed out a smile, trying to appease Shen Huanyue. Don't get excited. See ya. You just need to help him clean up the house. If Lin Dong dares to be against you, you shout for help. I heard it, and will definitely rush in to save you. Shen Huanyue had no mind to make a big fuss. The coldness in the heart is worse than the coldness in the body. This is what it is called. Silence is greater than the heart. Looking back, the husband has a good social status. Gentle and elegant. He was polite and courteous. It's quite considerate to yourself. He is the perfect husband in the hearts of relatives and friends. But when you really face disaster, only then did she completely see Wang Xing's true face. Timid as a mouse, thin and unrighteous. For one bite, he was even willing to give away his wife. That's it. He also had to put a mask of hypocrisy on himself. Seeing his wife like this, Wang Xing hurriedly explained. See ya. I'm really not lying to you. You have to believe me. Remember what I said about the principle of giving in to the happy? We are happy people. As long as you give in a little, there will be. So you can give up your wife too. Shen Huanyue shed tears again. The tone was full of disappointment. What is that? The principle of concession for the happy. Isn't this an excuse for the main victory over the weak? If he has the ability, it can rob you. Why are the two of them hungry here? Wang Xing was anxious. It is not. Why can't you listen to it? Wang Xing also wanted to explain. Shen Huanyue had already stood up with difficulty. His eyes glanced at him coldly. Okay. I'm going to accompany Lin Dong. Finished. She walked straight out the door. Wang Xing stretched out his hand to grab her. But his hand stretched out halfway and retracted back. Shen Huanyue noticed that her husband had no intention of stopping her at all. The last glimmer of hope in my heart was completely extinguished. Dong dong dong. You're eating meat with your left hand. Enjoying a cold beer in my right hand. I heard a knock on the door. A meaningful smile appeared in the corner. Get up and open the door. As soon as the door opened, Shen Huanyue got straight to the point. Lin Dong, I'll be your maid. The aroma of hot pot hits the face. Her already numb heart gradually woke up. Maybe following you is a good choice. At least survive. However, she wondered in her heart, how can you wear so little? Isn't it cold? You gave Shen Huanyue a look. He looked at Wang Xing with a tangled face behind her again. casually throw a piece of bread and a bottle of mineral spring to the latter. Wang Xing took it with a happy face. Without thinking, he tore open the package and devoured it. Come in, sister-in-law. You step aside. Shen Wanhua looked at the steaming hot pot in the living room. I can't care about it anymore. Walk directly in. See ya. Don't worry. If you have something, you can call it. Wang Xing didn't finish speaking. Bang. A sound. The door is closed. Just entered the door. Shen Wanhua was stunned. It's hot. To keep out the cold, she wore 7 or 8 pieces of clothing. You can enter the door once. It's like going from the North Pole to the equator in an instant. Why is your home so warm? Obviously out of power. If you don't like it. You dropped a sentence lightly. I sat back to the restaurant and continued to eat hot pot. Shen Wanhua pursed one by one. He asked tentatively while dressing. Lin Dong, I haven't eaten for 2 days. Can you let me eat something first? You look up. Sneered. Have you forgotten your identity? Called the master. Shen Wanhua suddenly became furious. But the hunger coming from the stomach. Thinking that her husband got the bread and didn't even share it with himself. Her eyes were red. I am a social hero. But you have to call a person from the bottom of society host. But what can I do? The stomach is not up to the task. It is always called Lord, host. She squeezed out 2 words with her teeth. You nod. Throw over in a 4 piece of paper full of words. Above this is the maid code. Remember to follow it. Shen Wanhua picked it up suspiciously. His eyes swept over the contents of the paper, instantly widened his eyes. Rule 1 of the maid's code. The master is always right. Article 2. When the director makes a mistake, please refer to Article 1. What kind of maid code is this? It is clearly the slave code in the small movie of the island country. Shen Wanhua tore the A4 paper to shreds on the spot. Angrily grabbed his clothes and put them back. It's too much. There is no such humiliation as you. I'm going back. Shen Wanhua finished speaking. Turn around and leave. You look at her coldly. Take out a golden sand eagle from your arms. 1 bite aimed at her back. The tone was cold. The maid was disobedient. Then there is no need to stay. Shen Wanhua just walked to the door. The moment my hand touches the doorknob, the movement stopped. The biting chill outside the door hit again. Made her tremble. Originally, she had gradually adapted to the cold of -40 degrees. But just now I finally experienced the warmth. Now it's going back to that coldness. The heart and body are full of resistance. This resistance, even after your humiliation of her. As the saying on the internet says, I could have endured the darkness if I had never seen the light. You hold one in one hand, eating hot pot leisurely with one hand. Just watched her stand at the door coldly. His face was full of hesitation. 5 minutes later, Shen Wanhua finally compromised. She didn't want to go back to that cold home. I don't want to face that weak and hypocritical husband again. I don't want to be hungry anymore. Pooh. Shen Wanhua knelt down and couldn't come. The arrogant head slammed heavily on the ground. The voice trembled. Host. I was wrong. This moment, she let go of all her pride. Willing to stay in 301. Just to survive. Even if. Do a year. You put away Ning. A smile appeared in the corner. Well, since I stayed. Then follow the rules. For the sake of being a first-time offender. Forgive you once. Finished. You throw her a set of clothes. This is cut with the warmth produced by the system. The warm fork looks good. Shen Wanhua took the clothes. Tears dripped silently on the floor. Can only accept fate. Outside the door, after Wang Xing finished eating the bread, I can't help but lie on the door of your room and eavesdrop on the movement. But the soundproofing is too good. He couldn't hear anything. You can only smell the aroma of hot pot wafting from inside. A piece of bread is not enough to fill your stomach at all. He was starving and panicking. Suddenly I heard my wife's sorrowful cry from inside. Wang Xing's watch was instantly distorted. I want to knock on the door. You can think of your strong physique and may never eat bread again. The raised hand was lowered again. Lin Dong, don't let me find a chance. Otherwise, I'll you. Wang Xing cursed in a low voice through gritted teeth. In the end, I had no choice but to go home. An hour later. You put the heat in the bathroom. Let Shen Wanhua take a bath by herself. You returned to the couch. Lit a cigarette. Took a deep breath. Sighed. This is the life of people. Shen Wanhua is worthy of being an off-plan building in 5 buildings. The feeling you give is just one word. Run. There is not a trace of fat on the body. The voice is good. Super powerful. It's not the same face at all. Dislike Zhao Yufei, who still flies with you. Moreover, strength levels obtained from the system make your physical fitness stronger in all aspects. Truly becomes stronger in all directions. When Shen Wanhua washes it out. You have gone back to sleep. Only a pile of household garbage in the living room is left, and hot pot with only a little food left on the table. Shen Wanhua recalled what happened just now. The eyes were red again, but still crawl to the table. Sweep away the rest of the food. Even in her eyes, it can't be done at all. I drank most of the hot pot soup at the entrance. Only then did I finally feel the long-lost feeling of fullness. Eat a meal. Most of the resistance in her heart disappeared. She strictly adheres to the maid's rules. Start tidying up the house. After everything is cleaned up. She curled up on the edge of the sofa. It was heavy. She figured it out. You have something to eat here. It was warm again. It's simply heaven on earth. As for dignity and chastity, in front of eating, none of this is worth mentioning. Survive is the most important thing. The only thing that made Shen Wanhua feel strange was, where is your food hidden? The kitchen and fridge are empty. Is it in the bedroom? But she doesn't dare to enter your bedroom at all. Besides, it's so comfortable here. A constant temperature of 26 degrees is simply heaven on earth. She didn't want to. It can only be said, Shen Wanhua is really lucky. After you go back to the bedroom, I made a simple lock device. Aim the golden sand eagle's mouth at the door. As long as someone dares to break in, we'll pull the trigger. Whoever comes. By midnight, the system's rewards are distributed again. DD. The prompt sounded. Today's check-in bonus options are as follows. 1. Nuclear power generator, unlimited energy. 2. The battle maid function is turned on. 3. RPG rocket launcher, equipped with 1,000 rockets. 4. A pair of socks that will never stink when put on. You sit up straight with a car. Surprise the system panel. Damn. Battle maid. What kind of thing is this? I didn't even think about it. You choose to directly. Although rockets are also tempting. But the current situation. One hand is enough. Rockets are purely anti-aircraft guns to fight mosquitoes. It's not too late to choose it later. After selecting, the system panel flashed with a burst of light. Then there is an additional branch tab. Click in. Shen Wanhua's information is impressively listed. Maid 1. Shen Wanhua. 3 measurements, 34, 20, 36. System scoring. 82. Current strength. Level 1. Maid suit. You pinch your chin and fall into deep thought. The rest is understandable. But this. Maid suit. What kind of thing? Certainly not the kind you cut yourself. That's the system prop. A small switch icon is also displayed above the system interface. It is written next to it. The host can control whether the maid is pregnant. That's still a matter of thinking. It must be closed. You don't want to be too much. That is to say, no matter how you play in the future, you won't be afraid. You are very happy with this little feature. Shen Wanhua's current strength level. It's just a level 1 for ordinary people. The promotion method is different from relying on system rewards yourself. It's up to you to control. Just like the prince's Q skill can increase the maid experience. If you have enough experience, you can level up. You couldn't help but scold. Why? Why can a maid lie down comfortably and upgrade? It also has to rely on the system to randomly reward it. The system is very intimately given. The maid's level cap depends on your level cap. Only half of you. That is to say, you are now level 6. Xinhuanwei can be raised to level 3 at most. That's about it. You can rest assured. This night, Wang Xing turned and tossed. Not at all. The wife's cry is like a dream demon. The same kept swirling in his mind. He wanted to be angry, but he didn't dare to attack. After all, it was he himself who pushed his wife to you. 8 o'clock in the morning, Wang Xing knocked on your door with circles under his eyes. As soon as the door opened, you stand at the door with a wicked smile. Wang Xing stood at the door. Eyes flickered. The tone was a little stiff. Lincoln. I want to ask how Xiaoye is. I stayed with you all night yesterday. Is it time to go back? Said. He pokes his head past you. At a glance, I saw that the living room was neatly dressed. Xinhuanwei with a rosy face. Instant. Jealousy and anger surged in his heart. But he still didn't dare to attack. You pat your head. Therefore, I suddenly realized, oh, look at my record. I forgot about it. My sister-in-law was very powerful last night, and in the morning clean up my house. I am satisfied. Finished. You turn your head to look at Xinhuanwei. The tone is understated. Sister-in-law, I was tired after working all night. Go back and rest. Xinhuanwei heard the deep meaning of your words. The cheeks instantly turned redder. Subconsciously wiped a corner. Lowered her head and did not dare to look at her husband's gaze. The voice was faint. Nope, no more. I still have the kitchen and bathroom that haven't been cleaned. Today, I won't go back. Husband, it's cold outside. You should go home quickly. You laughed at each other. I thought to myself, this maid. Very sensible. How could Wang Xing not understand the meaning of this? The chamber undulated violently. I almost exploded. He glared at his wife fiercely. Anger burned. But the next second, you've thrown out a piece of bread and a bottle of mineral spring. Hey, this is today. Most of the anger in Wang Xing's heart was instantly extinguished by food. Immediately nodded. Thank you. Since it hasn't been cleaned up, then Xiaoye will continue to be busy. I won't bother you. This moment, he only had food in his eyes. Completely ignoring anything else. After closing the door, Xinhuanwei hurriedly knelt down. Act according to the maid code. You said with a smile? Take a look. Your husband didn't come here for you at all. Just want to eat. Xinhuanwei buried her head lower. I felt a little uncomfortable, but it wasn't as uncomfortable as I imagined. She seems to have slowly gotten used to being with you. Back home, Wang Xingtuan ate the bread in a picture. The eyes were extremely fierce. He knows his wife too well. That was what it looked like just now. Obviously, you took it down again in the morning. This made him angry. Couldn't help but curse in a low voice. Stinky child. It's only one night. You will be cleaned up and comply. I see. You have long wanted to go to Lin Dong's place. Mad? No, it didn't work. It's not okay to always be so subject to Lin Dong. I have to find a way to get all his food. Thinking of this, he went out quietly. Someone frowned and interrupted him. Don't just talk empty words. Everyone is hungry. How to share resources with you. Wang Xing had already thought of countermeasures. Clear the noise. The tone was firm. I think the first thing we do now is each family produces a young and middle-aged man to form a guard. Start at 101 on the ground floor. Pry open doors door to door to find supplies. Households pry open doors to find supplies. Whoever has no living people in the family, all the supplies are in hand. Liang Meng dared to be a person. We can't sit idly by. Just counting on the security door of the garage will not stop them. So, our material collection team must act collectively. Even if you meet Liang Meng, don't be afraid. There are only 3 of them. There are more than a dozen of us. I can still be afraid of him. As soon as these words came out, everyone nodded one after another. Everyone was frightened by what happened to Liang Meng yesterday. But I forgot that there were only 3 people on the other side. As long as they unite. Don't be afraid at all. At this time, someone asked how to divide the materials received. Wang Xing did not hesitate. Anyone who joins the guard. Materials are divided equally. A woman frowned. What if there are no young and middle-aged people in the family? My family is just me and my daughter, my husband. Fu. An old woman next to him also echoed. Yes. I don't think your distribution method will work. My wife and I are both in our 60s. My hands and feet are inconvenient, and I don't dare to move. So what should we do? It's best to grab the supplies you grab. Each family has to share a little. Seniors are preferred. Wang Xing's eyes flashed with a hint of ruthlessness. He cursed in his heart. Old woman. I still want to eat and drink for nothing. Without waiting for him to speak, a middle-aged man interrupted impatiently. Take care of your life. Just do as Wang Xing said. Whoever contributes will have something to eat. Unwilling to contribute. Women. If you are willing to follow too, I am willing to give you a little more. I don't want to pay anything. Then wait obediently. Wang Xing couldn't help but praise it in his heart. That's right. But as soon as these words came out, the scene exploded instantly. The accusations came one after another. What are you talking about? You are robbing with fire, I tell you. Don't think that we women are easy to bully. We women can also hold up half the sky. You don't look at what you look like. Ugly but beautiful. The middle-aged man's face darkened. Suddenly grabbed the head of the middle-aged woman who was screaming the loudest. The wolf smashed into the wall fiercely. Smash bang, 9 sounds, flowers splashed everywhere. The survivability of these days. At this moment, he finally transformed into a beast. Men earn a lot. Beat women alive. This scene scared everyone dumbfounded. A dozen men looked at each other. It was as if a certain lock had been opened. Pandora's box is completely open. One of them waved his hand. Twisted and laughed. Brothers. Arrest all these women. Keep it beautifully. The old and the ugly ones beat me. So as not to waste food. For a time. The chaos begins. Wang Xing was so frightened that he stayed in place. The heart beats the drum. What happened developed like this. In his plan. And the escort team was formed. You can threaten Lin Dong to hand over the food. This can also save his wife. But after all, he still underestimated the evil of people, with his timid as a mouse. Now I can only run around with my head in my arms, stumbled and fled home. The entire 5 buildings have completely become purgatory on earth. The strength of a man is all manifested at this moment. If you have tools, smash them. If you don't have tools, smash them with your fists. Those women who just don't have a good posture. They were all beaten alive. Screams. Crying. Curses were mixed. The entire corridor seems to have become the entrance to hell. Let me go home. My daughter is still waiting for me at home. A woman cried hoarsely. The voice was full of despair. Everyone. Lu Li, I'm going to call the police to arrest you, another screamed. But he was punched to the ground. Let out a painful groan. Ah, save me. I don't eat anymore, okay? Don't hit me. Please. The mournful beak rises and falls. The entire corridor seems to have become hell on earth. Shen Wanhua turned her head suspiciously. The sound is fast. Lord, host. It seems like there is a quarrel outside. What happened? Lin Dong lazily pressed the cigarette butt in the ashtray of her snow-white back. The tone is cold. Forget him. You just need to be able to please your host. room in others. You don't have to worry about it. Shen Wanhua lowered her head. I dare not ask any more questions. 10 minutes later, several men stood in the corridor all over their bodies. The smile on his face. Xu Feng, who was the leader, smiled one by one. The voice is hoarse. A few brothers. These 5 buildings in the future. It's just that we have the final say. The others nodded. The eyes were full of greedy dreams and ferocity. Someone suddenly asked, Hey, Wang Xing. Where did you go? Xu Feng looked around. Wave your hand. Forget it. It is estimated that he escaped home. I want to say, let's start today. Pry open the door one by one. We share beautiful girls. All the food found out. Centralized management, equal distribution. Since Wang Xing's cub dared to run for his life, then there is no part of him, if you encounter it. Plan? Lu Li leaned over. He smiled wickedly. Zhu Ji, I'm afraid you don't know. Wang Xing's wife is an off-plan property in our 5 buildings. It looks like a 6-tender-1. Why don't we catch his wife and play with him first? As soon as these words came out, several men's eyes lit up. Obviously he has been coveting Shen Wanhua for a long time. Xu Feng slapped Lu Li on the head. Laughing and driving, you bastard. That thing is frozen and still thinking about playing. Aren't you afraid to freeze you into ice sculptures? First of all, it is mainly about eating. Wait until we can eat. Some furniture was split and heated. The woman in this building, when the time comes, none of them can escape our palms. Everyone nodded in agreement. It's been a few days since he died. Everyone was hungry. The cleaning of Building 5 began. However, this is not an isolated case. Liang Meng is for the Jiayuan community. All the men got off to a good start. In other buildings, men also began to unite. Going door to door looking for food, robbing women. The whole community was in chaos. 3 Building 403. Ling Shui lives here alone. She is a female anchor. I usually like to snack. Accumulated a lot, so it lasts longer than others. But now, Ling Shui's end is coming. More than 20 men also formed a robbery brigade in the 3 buildings. Pry the door from door to door. Through the cat's eyes, Ling Shui had already seen the door of 401 being pried open. The man in that family was holding his wife who wanted to protect him. But he was beaten by them. Subsequently, they burned furniture. Played with the woman on the spot. Even if the security door is well soundproof, Ling Shui could also hear the woman's heart-wrenching screams. She was so frightened that she shivered. What to do? Ling Shui thought she was much more beautiful than that woman. Once discovered by these men, I'm afraid it will be even worse. Suddenly, she remembered the man she met in the underground garage the day. He said he lives in 5 buildings 301. Ling Shui gritted his teeth. I was thinking in my heart, I have to find a way to ask him for help. Give you 3 options before the end of the world. How would you choose? 1 unlimited food includes drinks. 2 golden desert eagle equipped with an infinite magazine. 3. A can of hairspray that will be handsome after spraying. You already know 5 hours in advance. The end of extreme cold will come. The living environment of human beings will become increasingly harsh. Deaths can also break out. Order and rules will gradually collapse. At this time, Ling Shui thought of Lin Dong again. Ling Shui saw that it was a mess outside. It should come to pry open its doors soon. Immediately rushed to the balcony. Good luck. It didn't snow again today. Carefully sweep the snow off the windows. Immediately open the window and stick his head out. The 3rd and 5th buildings she is in are not very far away. There is a gap of more than 20 meters between the 2 buildings, and through the window, she can see the balcony of your house. I didn't even think about it. Throw out all the bottles and cans at home. I want to remind you by smashing the window, but she is a weak woman. The accuracy is really bad. I lost it many times and failed. My heart became more and more impatient. Quick! You must miss it. Finally, a bottle of skincare product hit the glass with accuracy. The glass is not broken. There was a loud noise. Is teaching Xinhuan as made. You are aware of the precautions. Come to the balcony. You frowned and looked out. Found Ling Shui waving at him. Come and save me. They're going to break in. The sound is extremely loud. It quickly attracted the attention of others. Desire. How can I hear a woman's voice? The man who was violating 401 stood up in confusion. On the couch, a strong man was smoking. His eyes widened deeply. Turned his head to look out the door. It seems that the sound comes from this floor. The man's name is Jing Daijuan. It is considered the boss of 3 buildings. A little brother hurriedly came over. Boss. The voice came from 403. There are still women in this family. Jing Daijuan extinguished his cigarette butt and got up slowly, then pried the door and take a look. I'm curious. Who is she looking for help? A little brother pointed to the ground. The woman who had already taken a breath asked. That boss. What should she do? Looking at it, he rolled his eyes. A woman who takes in less and less air. Jing Daijuan said helplessly. I said you haven't seen a woman in 800 years. Finally met one. It's fun so soon. After this, there are fewer and fewer women I can meet. It's all for you to play. What to do later? The little brother smiled and scratched his head. Don't blame us. She is really in poor physical condition. Okay. Next time I will meet a passable one. Take your time for me. Jing Daijuan waved his hand. Brought people to 403. Pry it open. Click. Soon, the sound of prying the door came. Ling Shui was even more afraid. Immediately call for help at you. They are coming. Fast. Please save me. You are not in a hurry at all, he said with a smile in his arms. Save you? Do you know what you will give? Ling Shui was speechless. The eyes are red. The situation is critical now. This man actually has the leisure to tease himself. As long as you can save me, I'll be your girlfriend. However, you shook your head slowly. I don't need a girlfriend. Ling Shui was numb. Then what do you want? The next moment, Xinhuan, wearing a special maid outfit, slowly climbed to the balcony. Kneel at your feet obediently. This scene, it was completely stunned by Ling Shui. Damn. It's so stinging. Looking at Xinhuan's cool outfit, Ling Shui was extremely shocked. Is she Superman? Mather is afraid of the cold. You smile. Touch Xinhuan's hair. Look at Ling Shui. I can save you. The price is the same as her. Click. Soon, the door was pried open. Jing Daijuan led people to rush in quickly. I saw Ling Shui lying on the balcony asking for help. And all kinds of poster photos of Ling Shui in the house. That perfect face and figure. Everyone who watched was excited. Bone Brothers. We made a lot of money. It's really a top-notch. Haha. Why didn't I find out before? We still have such a beautiful girl in this building. If not the end of the world, I don't have a chance to play. 88. This is a female anchor. You see, there is also live broadcast equipment. Listen to all kinds of evil laughter coming from behind him. Ling Shui was about to cry in fright. You, don't come here. Jing Daijuan led the way. Hands in pockets near the balcony. Beauty. Let's go honestly. Rest assured, I'll let them tap it, ha ha ha. Ling Shui's frightened stomach went weak. She didn't believe the man's words at all. The sister who was 401 just now. The cry was so miserable. It must hurt a lot. Turn to look at you. Xinhuan had already crawled back into the house, and you seemed to be ready to close the window and go back to the house. Ling Shui, who was desperate in her heart, finally shouted loudly, I do. I'm willing to be yours. Follow this man. Maybe he is the only one who plays a few. If you get it by these men in the building, then I don't know how many people are playing. Yes, Xin Wanhua listened slightly. Who is? People are maids. But now these days, it's no different from that. Who are you asking for help? Jing Dajuan was puzzled. Quickly approached Ling Shui. The big hand hadn't had time to grab Ling Shui. I saw it in horror. In the building opposite, a young man actually climbed up the window to make a charging gesture. What is he going to do? Jump off the building? But the next second, just hear a bang. You burst out. Cross the open space between the two buildings, straight to the balcony of 403. Jing Dajuan was shocked. And then came a big foot of 44 yards. He kicked him in the face without dodging or dodging. The violent force kicked him out on the spot. It hit a crowd. Damn. Boss, are you okay? Ouch's waist is about to break. MMP. Who is the boss who kicked it? Trapeze? You land safely. I was also slightly shocked. I'm only level 6, and I'm so powerful. He also suddenly felt a sensation just now. Feel like you can jump over it. And then it really jumped over. System New Zealand currency. That's more than 20 meters away. True, the trapeze is hay. Ling Shui's head was about to be rock hot. Look blankly at you who fell in front of you. How did he come here? Jing Dajuan got up with difficulty. Looked at you with some horror. But I thought of more than 20 people on my side, still holding it. I felt a lot of confidence in my heart. Boy, I want to play the trick of a hero saving beauty. Don't look at how many of us are. A few brothers, arrest him, barrel him. With his order. These men took out their dishes. Those and other tools are ready to get you. Come on. I was just trying to see how destructive it is now. You squeezed and licked a corner. Not ready to use one. He picked up his fist and slammed it at the nearest person. Snap. This punch was extremely powerful, smashed his head on the spot. It's like a watermelon in tea. The meat explodes. It was drenched on the faces of many people. Some people even couldn't react. Swallowed a mile. This scene frightened everyone. Break sharply on the spot. Looked at you in horror. Jing Dajuan's jaw was almost shocked. Nima. This is really a Superman. What is this destructive power? Ling Shui felt the warmth on her face. He fainted as soon as his eyes rolled. You also looked at your fists in shock. Then pick up the other party's dishes. Sneered at them. Everyone, the courier is here to send you back to the west. I don't care about the waste. Your words are like the whispers of the devil at the moment. Run. I don't know who shouted. This newly formed team instantly panicked. All crowded towards the door. Jing Dajuan ran the fastest. But more than 20 people squeezed into a small door. Where is it so easy to run out? That's called a mess. You don't care if you're messy or not. Pick up the dishes and start to explode. Either the arm or the flying chaos. After a while, Ling Shui's home became a purgatory on earth. Only half of them escaped. You walk out of 403. Seeing that the corridor was completely empty. I lost the curly dish. Rescue, relief benefits. 401 with the door wide open. The woman who was breathing struggled to crawl to the door. Ask for help from you. You looked at it. This woman can be regarded as a woman in the upper middle of the posture. Looks like he is in his 30s or 40s. If not the end times. However, the charm is still there, but alas, it has been ruined by that group of people. At this moment, it is estimated that it is a return to the light. Save my daughter. A woman looks at you with a hopeful look in her eyes. Not interested. After you finish speaking, you are ready to leave. The light in the woman's eyes became dimmer and darker. He raised his head and smashed it to the floor. Life began to flow slowly. It was difficult to say a few words that made you pause. Jiangqing, technology. Big. The words are not finished yet. The woman completely choked her breath. Jiangqing University of Science and Technology. You narrowed your eyes slightly. This made him interested. Because of his ex-girlfriend Zhao Yufei, also from this school. You look at the woman's body. Sighed and walked into her house. Her man had long since fallen Bori. No membranes. Soon. You found a photo of their family of 3. The eyes lit up. Because of the woman's female table. Looks beautiful. The whole body exudes a youthful atmosphere. There is still a small mess that can be laughed at. You estimate. This is at least a school flower level. The score should be higher than Xinhuanwei. Is a suitable candidate to be a maid. And you know the girl's name. Chen Yinqi. He is 19 years old. He is a sophomore at the School of Communication of Jiangqing University of Science and Technology. Okay, good. Wait until you have the ability to go out. Just go to Jiangqing University of Science and Technology to take a look. I hope she is gone or abandoned by play. There is also Zhao Yufei. Don't you either? Put away Qin Yinqi's photo. You are back to 403. Wake up, Ling Shui. Ling Shui was confused. What comes into view is you. And a home like hell on earth. Eh? You slap it over. What is it called? Quarrel. Ling Shui then dreamed back to reality. Looked at you with some horror. The whole body trembled. Let's go. Follow me back. You get up and walk outside. Ling Shui looked at the whole room. I just feel nauseous and want to vomit. Stomach is weak. But you're already out. Frightened, she crawled out with her hands and feet. There is no way to stay here. You have to follow him. This time. You didn't pretend to jump off the building. Take the stairs honestly. Planning to go back from the underground garage, after Ling Shui went out. I also saw the body of the woman 401. Some sadness flashed in my heart. The end of the world is coming. There are only 2 fates for women. Or become the plaything of a group of powerful men. There is simply no other possibility. The so-called dignity. Chastity. 3 views. In the face of power. It's not worth mentioning at all. Thinking of this. Ling Shui is glad that she followed you. Otherwise, the end will only be worse than this woman. For a time, I actually figured it out a lot. I also have strength in my body. Hurry up and follow you. The 2 just came to the underground garage. I heard a voice. Eliles. This group of people is a bit smart. In fact, each building has formed a team. None of the victims grabbed it. Liang Meng touched the bruises on his head. His face was full of anger. Just now he took his 2 brothers to rob other buildings. Bumped into the counterattack of more than a dozen men on the other side. I almost didn't escape. He didn't expect it at all. It was he who took the lead in grabbing things. The others who caused it to be in danger were all in danger. That's why we are in the current situation. Zhang Peng's arms were beaten to the sun. Asked with a gritted face. Boss, what should we do next? How do I know what to do when I step on a horse? Liang Meng drove the way. He really can't help it. Now his 7 buildings also have a tendency to unite. This is not to make their brother the target of public criticism. What else did Zhang Peng want to say? But suddenly I heard footsteps. Hurriedly looked over. Who? Naturally, you see them too. Said lightly, passing by. Ling Shui recognized them. Hurry up and hide behind you. Fear of being seen. Passing by. Liang Meng was shocked. Now who in the whole community has never heard of Ji Heng's reputation? You kid is very bold. And Zhang Peng noticed the woman behind you. Suddenly his eyes lit up. Boss, this is the woman on the ID card. It's her. Liang Meng was instantly excited. Really? That's really our brother's fate. Addicted to eating everywhere today, I didn't expect to meet a big beauty here, ha ha ha. Our luck is not bad. Said. The 3 of them gathered around. Ling Shui was extremely scared. I want to cover my face with a hat. Don't hide, big beauty. Let my brother see you. Liang Ming smiled and was about to reach out to grab Ling Shue's face. It seems to completely ignore your existence. Snap. You slap it away without a surface. Are you blind? I didn't see a man there. Liang Meng withdrew his hand in pain. That's when I noticed you. Although you are very tall. The physique also looks strong. But I'm afraid of a hair. Our three brothers are extraordinarily ruthless. Zhang Peng noticed the freshness in you. Frowned slightly and sensed that something was wrong. But nothing was said. They can all be human. Others can naturally be human. It's just a bit much. Boy. Today I don't want to be anyone. You take the initiative to give me the chick. I will spare your life. Liang Meng twisted and laughed. You sigh. I'm in a hurry. You have to come up and send it, then don't blame me. After saying that, lightning flash. Click. 3 consecutive fractures came. Liang Meng and the 3 of them felt severe pain after a second. All knelt on the ground with their crotches covered. Painful cold sweat. Hissing a stinky boy. You don't talk about martial arts, damn. I'm going to hurt. Is it broken? Ling Shue's eyes were already about to emerge as little stars. This man is really amazing. You turned to look at her. Suddenly took out a golden sand eagle from his pocket and handed it to her. You solve them. Ling Shue cherished. It may not be a big problem for her to be a billionaire. 3 big living people. Isn't this embarrassing? Hurry up. Want to be mine hashtag. It must be the ability of someone. I don't care about the waste. After saying that, he stuffed it into her forcefully. The golden sand eagle was slightly sunken. And there was a cold metal touch. Ling Shue understood instantly. This is not a toy. This is the real thing. Once you have to face people, place your index finger here on the trigger. Hands should be steady. Your patient teaching. Ling Shue's face was full of reluctance, but after meeting your sharp eyes. And he didn't dare to refute it at all. Liang Meng saw Ling Shue pointing at him. I thought it was a toy. I can't help but laugh. Stinky zero seeds, stinky child. Who are you scared? It's not scary. I remember you. If you have the ability, you can do it. Otherwise, I will strip you naked and tie you up in the underground garage. Let the men in the whole community play with you. Ling Shue won. The fear in my heart disappeared in an instant. And then there was a lot of anger. You whisper in her ear. This is personal scum. Open one. Ling Shue tightened one by one. It's almost out. Although very angry. But let her be human. Still a little resistant. Ha ha, stink. You open one. Don't dare to open it, right? Don't be afraid. There is also a handle here. Let you open it later. Bang. Suddenly, Ling Shue was so angry that she pulled the trigger. A loud sound echoed in the underground garage. Liang Meng's head exploded instantly. Zhang Ping and another younger brother were frightened. I don't care about the pain, crawling to escape. Ling Shue stared blankly at the body in front of him. The palms trembled. Then I thought of the woman in 401. She had no ability to resist, tortured by a group of men. This is the ability he gives himself to resist. You must master it as soon as possible. Otherwise, I'm afraid my fate will still be the same as that woman. Should I say it or not? Ling Shue's mind changed quickly. Immediately caught up with Zhang Ping. Take a shot. Bang. Because Zhang Ping has been climbing forward. So this one hit the big. Bring him to life. Don't want me. Bang bang bang. Then keep fighting. Ling Shue's watch has already begun. It wasn't until Zhang Ping was beaten into a sieve that it stopped. Okay. He has been done. You nodded in satisfaction. I got one back. After coming back to his senses, Ling Shue slowly accepted the fact that she was her own person. The feeling of nausea and vomiting could no longer be sustained. twisted aside and spat out. And you came to the last, little brother? Big brother. Uncle. No, you are my uncle. I don't want to be human. I can make you happy. In the future, I will be whoever you let me. Spare my life. The little brother was frightened and cried. The pants are gone. You frown. Picking up hands is to blow up the head one by one. Men don't deserve to be paid for me. Then he quietly waited for Ling Shui to finish vomiting. After a while, Ling Shui, who had no way to vomit, came to him with red eyes. I want to say something but don't dare to say it at all. Let's go. Go home. You continued to walk towards Building 5. Ling Shui looked at the body on the ground. And the body that was slashed by Liang yesterday. My heart slowly began to ferment. You must live strongly. The group of men in Building 5 don't know what they are doing at the moment. I didn't meet you. As soon as you entered the door, Ling Shui was shocked. There are various seafood feasts and beer towels on the table. The fragrant rice is steaming. The house is clean and tidy, mixed with smoke and a faint fragrance. The main thing is, it's so warm here. What situation? Shen Wanwei saw him back. Immediately crawled over and bowed. Welcome home. The voice was sweet and greasy. Only then did Ling Shui see Shen Wenyue's face clearly. For a while, he was amazed. It's beautiful. This is the new maid. You take her to familiarize herself with the rules. I don't like watching you make mistakes. You nod. Then he sat down at the table and started eating. Good host. Shen Wanwei responded. Then he looked up at Ling Shui. I was also amazed. What a beautiful woman. The body and temperament are actually above himself. For a time, Shen Wanwei had some sense of crisis. I have to take this opportunity to establish my power. She can't let her snatch all the joy of her master. Come with me. Take you to the bathroom to wash first. The host liked cleanliness. After saying that, he crawled to the bathroom. Ling Shui nodded dumbly and followed. But just take 2 steps. Shen Wanwei stopped. The face is not good. Enter this door. It is the master's maid. Rule 1 of the maid's code. Without the owner's permission. No standing. Ling Shui was startled by the other party's sharp attitude. I want to slam the door and leave. But I thought of what happened just now. And the one in your hand? I'm sorry, one. It's over. Ling Shui Xia thick down jacket. Kneel on the ground like her. You are eating the skinny shrimp that Shen Wanwei has peeled in advance. Couldn't help nodding. It seems that the Maid of the Moon is making rapid progress. It is worthy of being a social hero. Adapting to the new identity is good. It deserves to be commended. There is no wrap in the down jacket. Ling Shui's explosive figure is unobstructed. This made him very satisfied. In the bathroom, Shen Wanwei helped Ling Shui wash. Both women said nothing. Sister. Here's why. Don't ask if you shouldn't. Be in awe of your master. Otherwise, I don't know how. Ling Shui was silent. She didn't understand. What exactly did the other party go through? It actually became like this. Shen Wanwei looked at Ling Shui's figure. The sense of crisis in my heart became stronger and stronger. The start is getting heavier and heavier. Almost fainted in pain to Ling Shui. Sister, when do you think we will be rescued? Ling Shui still couldn't help but ask. Shen Wenyue's movements paused. Suddenly couldn't help but sigh. Don't say this later. We met the host. It was already rescued. Don't you know? Women like us. If there is no owner, what will happen to you? Ling Shui was silent. She naturally knew. Half an hour ago, it was played out in front of her eyes. From now on, you will live here with me. Dignity. Chastity. 3 views or something. Just throw it down the toilet. As long as you can survive, more than anything else. Shen Wanwei finally confessed. Then he began to tell the maid code one by one. Ling Shui blushed when she heard this. Half an hour later, Ling Shui, who was wearing a special made costume, followed Shen Wanwei out. Host. She washed it. You just happen to be full. Grab an Oran and throw it in front of her. Well done. Reward you. Shen Wanwei was overjoyed. Thank you, host. Ling Shui looked a little envious. The end of the world. There are also hot Orans to eat. It's just amazing. You look at her. Slowly showed a smile. Made 2. Ling Shui. The siege was announced 46-20-38. System scoring 85. Current strength Level 1. Made suit None. You look at the system panel data. I couldn't help but nod in satisfaction. It seems that the anchor on the comic is not complete. Its beauty filters and high-tech talents. There are still real materials. For example, pure natural Lingxue. Very moist. The situation in Jiayuan community is getting worse and worse. Every building appeared. Lu Wang formed a violent organization like a society. Ruled the entire building. Women have completely become their pastime. At the end of the day, from time to time, some people choose to jump off buildings because they can't bear it. A large humanoid hole was smashed into the snow on the ground. This is not the worst, because the snow is too deep to form a buffer. So jumping down will not fall immediately. Most of them are stuck in the snow. Or be stuffed alive. Or just wait silently for the release. The roar and wailing continued, rushing to the nerves all the time. 5 buildings. Zhu Feng called more than a dozen people into the house. Start distributing supplies. Our record today is quite good. A total of 23 doors were pried open. I got 10 packs of noodles, 3 large barrels of mineral spring, 2 flowers, 14 packs of instant noodles. Zhu Feng was very happy. These materials are basically all there. It was never made from a living person's home. Thank them for the first day of the end of the world. No wasted materials. Today's harvest alone. It was enough for them to eat for 2 days. In addition to supplies, we also took down more than 20 young women. 1 brother for each in the evening. You're welcome. As soon as these words came out, the dozen or so men who made up the escort were all excited. Now there is food and drink. There are also women who play casually. Where is this the end times? It's heaven. A younger brother asked. Boss, when will we go to the king? Xing's wife caught her and played with her. The goods I caught today are not as beautiful as her. The others responded. Yes, boss. That's really the best. Let's catch it early and enjoy it early. When Wang Xing got married last month, I saw his daughter-in-law from afar. Several photos were also secretly taken. That night, I came to the photos several times. I always listen to you. I haven't seen any of them. Is it really so beautiful? Why are you lying? It's not worse than the female stars on TV. As the saying goes, full of warmth and thought. Everyone was hungry before. So I don't think much about that. But now I can eat my fill. There are also countless discarded clothes and furniture burning firewood for heating. You can't be ashamed of men. Animals are not. Even Zhu Feng was interested. That's fine. Leave a few brothers to look at these women. The others went downstairs with me. Zhu Feng remembered that he seemed to have seen him in the elevator before. A very beautiful woman goes down the elevator on the 3rd floor. That double beauty is simply amazing. My heart is also itchy. 301. You are comfortably leaning on the sofa and enjoying dessert after the meal. Come on, host, eat grapes. Ling Shui had a charming smile on her face. Take out a grape and hold it in your mouth with a delicate red one. Slowly leaned over. Burn the hooves. It's not the first time today. So skillful. Shen Wanyue's teeth itched. It's really worthy of being an anchor. People are professional. Take out all kinds of charming means. Shen Wanhua was instantly compared. No, it didn't work. Then I fell out of favor. I thought about it. Shen Wanhua picked up the red scarf on the coffee table. Host gently took a small sip and held it in his mouth. The overflowing red flowed down the snow-white jade neck. The visual impact is quite strong. You can prepare to put the red back on the coffee table. But for a while, I was negligent and did not settle down. The bottle fell, broken. When the gun is in the first shot, Shinwanwa didn't even think about it. She reached out like lightning, caught the bottle. This scene happened extremely quickly, but you still noticed it. A corner showed an inexplicable smile. Ling Shui praised. My sister reacted so quickly. Why don't you fall? This way the owner will not like you. Obviously. There is already a secret fight between the two women. Shinwanwa also looked at her hand blankly. The speed of reaction to himself is extremely shocking, even if he was in good physical condition before the end of the world. She didn't have this reaction either. Then Shinwanwa quickly came back to her senses. Immediately put the red back on the coffee table. Extremely skilled taxi, get out of the seat. Host. The maid almost made a mistake. Please punish the master. Finished. The pretty face looked up with a rosy face. The eyes are full of longing. You look speechless. Are you serious about punishing it? It's only been a day. Some genius explodes, you are. It seems that the internet is good. To conquer a woman is to conquer her stomach. It's just that the two ways are different. It looks like I'll have to stock up on candles or something. You pushed Ling Shui away and smiled with your chin propped up. Have you noticed your own changes? Shinwanwa came back to her senses. Recall your changes. It seems to start in the afternoon. She felt that her strength had increased a lot. Always accidentally break chopsticks. Crush the teacup. This was completely impossible before. It is the power that the master has given me. Shinwanwa was extremely surprised, in the end. Although she followed you, and you don't have to worry about materials, but you are strong. But she was still a little worried in her heart. After all, I am still a weak woman. Without you, you are a lamb to be slaughtered. Now. She had. And all this. Most likely from the owner. You nod. As long as you do a good job as a maid. Strength comes naturally. Good work. He naturally saw the open and secret struggle between the two women. If it weren't for the short time we spent together, I can't wait to stage the biography of Jin Yuan, but he pretended not to know about it. Roll it, roll it. Only when there is competition can there be improvement. Anyway, he is the one who benefits in the end. Now Shinwanwa has only been mentioned to level 2. It has more strength and speed than adult men. What is your upper limit? Shinwanwa cowed out excitedly. Good host. Billy quickly became active. His appearance and means are not as good as Ling Shui's. If you want to get the master's youth for a long time, you have to find another way. For example, pull down the limit. Ling Shui listened in the clouds. She just joined. I haven't experienced the increase in strength yet. I just feel that the two of them are like a god. But it didn't stop her from acting coquettishly. The owner also wants strength. You are impatient to be wiped. It was time to give her strength. Suddenly looked out the door. The brows furrowed slightly. After a while, the two women heard hurried footsteps outside the door. Why Bei watched the play? You patted the two women, said in a low voice. It's boring to always be bored at home and engage in 18 bands. It's still exciting to find fault with someone. Unexpectedly. The people outside the door were not looking for him. Wan Xing. Open the door. Don't hide inside and make a sound. I know you're at home. Zhu Feng slapped the door of 302 heavily. The tone was not good. Until a sound is heard, Shinwanwa remembered that she still had a husband. My heart suddenly became complicated. Isn't it a little too much? You are in vain to help the British class of society, under the premise of having a husband. Willing to be a man for another man. Then he couldn't help but raise his hand and slap himself. Shen Wanwei, you have a master. I still miss my husband. You really should. This scene is all for you. I can't help but give a thumbs up. As expected of the society, the speed of adaptation to a new job is fast. And see, she was completely substituted for He. 302. Wang Xing, who was hungry and afraid, heard a knock on the door. Stomach was completely shivering. You are looking for the wrong person. I am not Wang Xing. Zhu Feng and others outside the door heard the latter testimony, then burst into laughter. Ha! Why didn't I find it before? Wang Xing is actually so humorous. Oh, my stomach hurts from laughing. Hey, he is a company executive. There are hundreds of thousands of people a year. This is called close to life. I know. This is called in the words of the book. It's called covering your ears and stealing the bell, right? Zhu Feng also laughed for a long time. Slam on the door again. Don't hide from Wang Xing. Open the door. Let's talk. If you don't open it again, then don't blame us for being rude. A few brothers prepared to pry the door. As soon as I heard the door pry, Wang Xing was even more afraid. This layer of security door is the last line of defense to protect yourself. Once broken, isn't that anyone who can come in and bully themselves? Don't pry, don't pry. I open. Wang Xing hurriedly opened the door. Zhu Feng couldn't help but sneered. That's it for company executives. Just say a few words of scare. It's really blind to such a beautiful wife. Ehehe. Several big brothers. What's the matter with me? Wang Xing smiled with a face. Zhu Feng pushed him away. Others came in droves, looking at the bread bags and mineral spring bottles in the house, and the wedding photos hanging on the wall. Couldn't help but smile evilly. Yes, master. Life is good. Where's your wife? The main Victory continued to paw in the face. My wife, she was there. I went back to my parents' house before it snowed. Not here now. Someone came forward. A slap on his head. Less horses and calves. 2 days ago, the underground garage was done. I will see your wife at the trade fair. Don't hand it over again. Our brothers can go into the bedroom. Zhu Feng looked at the wedding photos and wore them. Shen Wanwei in a snow-white wedding dress is beautiful and moving. I feel my heart getting more and more itchy. Wang's supervisor. We are all civilized people. I like to deal with civilized people the most. Let's do it. You ask your wife to come out to pick up customers, then you join us. Half a loaf of bread and half a bottle of mineral spring are paid every day. Do you think it will work? He took a fancy to Wang Xing's cheap labor. Although it looks like a weak physique. But no matter how you say it, he is also a man. Wang Xing was angry. You can squeeze you better than when I went to work. Let me help you pry the door and grab things. I still want to play with my wife. Give me half a loaf of bread a day. There is no such thing as you. My wife won't let me do anything, at least when you play. Give me a whole piece of bread back. Big brother, it's not that I'm not happy. It's really my wife, not at home. Zhu Feng's face was already starting to be impatient. You are shameless to give you face. The others opened the bedroom door. But after searching all over the house, I couldn't find Shen Wenyue's shadow. Zhu Feng pulled out half a piece of steel pipe from behind. A stick hit Wang Xing's on top. There was a click. Wang Xing's broken. He fell to the ground screaming in pain. Cover. Tears flowed out. Said, where did you hide your wife? If you don't say, I'll break all you have? As he spoke, he aimed at the third steel pipe. Wang Xing was completely frightened. No longer pointed out the door without hesitation. Big brother. Big brother said goodbye to me. My wife is at 302. In your home. Oh, you know how to play. Actually gave his wife to others to play with. Zhu Feng and others mistakenly agreed. At this moment, my heart is already clear. Wanwei opened the door at your signal. The cold town is Wangxing. Saw his wife come out. Wang Xing immediately asked for help. Xiao Ye saved me. Zhu Feng and the others looked over. Everyone was stunned for a moment. At this time, Shen Wanwei was wearing a thick down jacket that reached the small one, covering the proud, delicate body. But his face was white. He even wore light makeup. Under the candlelight, beauty is thrilling. And a small half-exposed, smooth little clothes, high silk and hatred sky. A collar is worn around the neck. Any man who sees this scene. I can't wait to put her on the spot. Before Zhu Feng and the others became excited, Ling Shui also came out. It's similar to Shen Wanyue's outfit. It's just a fishnet stocking wearing purple. The head is decorated with cat ears. The appearance of the two women made everyone present. The man couldn't help but swallow. Subsequently, Yu came out wearing a sweatshirt. The two women stood behind him unconsciously. In an instant, hatred is full. Zhu Feng's first reaction was, how can he not be cold? But the appearance and dress of the two women are really attractive. He quickly ignored this, walked out of the door and sneered in front of Yu. Boy, why haven't I seen you? What are you doing? Yu smiled and touched your nose. I'm a courier. Send express delivery. Zhu Feng laughed. The world has really changed. Even a courier can have two top-notch women. As the boss of a building, I can only play with those vulgar fans. I am the boss of Building 5. Look at your good physique. You can just mess with me in the future. Rest assured, Rap, you won't go hungry. Of course, these two women are all for us to enjoy. Do you have any objections? In his opinion, there are so many people on my side. No matter how strong this kid is, he has to be afraid. However, you shook your head and smiled. One thing you said was wrong. They are not women. What does it mean? They are maids. Zhu Feng was speechless. Does that make any difference? In your eyes, this is a big difference. It's enough to play. But give me a happy word. It doesn't work. You turn your head to look at the two women. What about you? Do you want to go over or not? The two women naturally shook their heads at the same time. Since this is the case, Zhu Feng's eyes flashed with wolf spiciness. Suddenly he lifted the steel pipe and smashed it on your head. Snap! However, a little hand from Xue Zi suddenly stretched out, holding the cold steel pipe. It was Shen Wanwei. Zhu Feng was a little sorry, but Shen Wanwei suddenly sneered. The arm was stiff. Snatch the steel pipe. The other way around is to go down with a stick. Zhu Feng's head blossomed on the spot. The eyes fell on their own. This scene scared everyone into being dumbfounded. No one expected it. A delicate, weak woman. I can actually open it for their boss. Zhu Feng is a mixed construction site. The strength on the body is not small. Shen Wanwei looked at the rapid freezing marks on the steel pipe. It was also a burst of frustration. This is her first time. But soon, she rushed towards the others with a steel pipe. If not the owner. With Wang Xing's glutinous weakness, I'm afraid I will become the plaything of this group of people. Played alive. Since I don't want to, then let them. We can still be afraid of a woman. Brothers, go up together. Soon, Shen Wanwei was surrounded. But because of his excellent physical fitness, for a while, there was no distinction between victory and defeat. Ling Shui was excited. Light a cigarette for you and say Jiao Didi. Host. People also want everyone. Updated. The frost is renewed again. At this time, Yu handed the golden sand eagle to Ling Shui. Ling Shui took it and felt that she had mastered the truth. Shoot one of them. One is ready to sneak up from behind. Shen Wenyue's man fell to the ground on the spot. This scene once again stunned everyone. Everyone is a good citizen. It is still in the era of cold weapons. You take one, isn't this a joke? Run. These people were instantly frightened. Rushed to the door. However, Ling Shui showed what it means to be a man who is in charge. Blocked at the door and shot a shot. Come and break one by one. The sound continued. People in the entire Jiayuan community heard a sound. Everyone became nervous. I heard it right. It must be a sound. Still a hand. It is equipped with a .357 Magnum 1. What ears do you have? This can be heard. Just kidding. It's the king of chicken. Don't make a sound. Listen to which building it came from. It came from the south. Not sure which one. Damn. Which ruthless person is actually playing one? Now it's troublesome. 2 minutes later. A sound calmed down. Hole 302. Except for Wang Xing, everyone else did. Or get beaten. Or was robbed alive by Shen Wanwei. The steel pipes are bent. The two women looked at each other. They were all a little excited and flashed. They all have one. One is powerful. Can you do it? But just a warning to you who smoke calmly. The body exudes a terrifying momentum that is enough to make people fall down. All the careful thoughts were pressed down in an instant. Snow Maid. Follow me upstairs to see what they have collected. Moon Maid. Here it is over to you. You throw away your cigarette butt. Took Yurei handed over by Ling Shui and put it in his pocket. He turned around lightly and went upstairs. Ling Shui lowered her head and followed. 302 at this time. The husband and wife looked at each other. Wang Xing was completely frightened. It's only been a day. A wife who used to be unable to even unscrew the cap. Now I almost screwed off my head. The contrast is really a bit too big. Xiaxiewi Yu finally met his wife. I wanted to say something but it got stuck in my throat. Shen Wanwei still had other people's freshness on her face, indifferent to him. The steel pipe in his hand slowly clenched. Wang Xing, let's have a couple. You are the husband. Send me outside again and again. You are still not a man. Facing his wife's questioning, Wang Xing didn't know how to explain it at all. I can only cry bitterly. See ya. I was wrong. I was really wrong. See ya. Tend to be you are not there. Can you steal something for me to eat? I was so hungry. You believe me. As long as I'm full. If you have energy, no one is afraid. I will definitely protect you in the future. Never let anyone. Shen Wanwei couldn't listen anymore. He actually wanted me to help him steal the master's things. Lift the bent steel pipe. Slam down heavily. Bang. Flour your husband's head on the spot. It's not satisfying at all. Shen Wanwei continued to smash. The bang kept banging. Until Wang Xing's head was completely smashed. Shen Wanwei gasped and threw away the steel pipe. Looking at the wedding photos that had been broken and dyed, I cried bitterly, cried for a while. Shen Wanwei wiped the marks on her face with red eyes. The belated feeling of nausea and vomiting hit me instantly. You on the spot. There were only 2 footsteps in the quiet corridor. Ling Shui looked at your back with ambition. I'm afraid. Just now she and Shen Wanwei thought carefully at the same time. I don't know if the owner noticed it. If you notice it, I'm afraid I'm in trouble. In fact, you naturally notice it. The meaning in the eyes of the 2 women just now couldn't be hidden. But he chose to ignore it. There is even some expectation. You'd better have some fun with me. Otherwise, the end of life in the future. It's really boring. Anyway, since he was served, his heart has been with Darren. The one that has been sent for more than 10 months is as cold as a fish. These 2 best are in his eyes. It's just a toy for fun. Come to the 17th floor. Someone was found chatting. Damn. The sound just now seemed to come from our building. What are Lao Zhu and they doing? I don't know. Shouldn't something happen? Damn. I'm a little scared. Why don't we close the door? Close to find it. The house is on fire. You want to suffocate us? Just right. You come to the door. Several people were instantly startled. After seeing the Ling Shui behind him clearly, The same couldn't help but swallow. It's just on the face of this superb woman. Ketchup looks a bit scary. Is it a new outfit that is popular this year? Which building are you from? What are you doing here? You see a few boxes of supplies piled up on the side. Turned to Ling Shui and said, "Move them all back. Don't waste it." Several people immediately changed their faces. You are deaf when you step on a horse. 8. Ask where you came from. You actually dared to touch us. The words are not finished yet. Several people closed one at the same time because you took one out. Damn. One is this kid's. Then Zhu Feng and the others. The man at the head immediately switched his smiling face. Ihaha. What is this little brother doing? There is no grudge between us. Do you think this will work? You leave a pack of instant noodles for each of our brothers. You can move away the rest, okay? You think about it. Silently put away one. Several people breathe a sigh of relief at the same time, but the next second, you suddenly pick up the hammer on the shoe cabinet. The uprising hit his head. He was given a hole on the spot. I think it's too noisy. It's easy to disturb others at night. You have always been a good citizen with quality. Hey you! Bang! These people have no power to fight back in front of you at all. The other party can't even touch the corner of his clothes. I was smashed in the head in minutes. While smashing back, he chattered. I said mine. That's all mine. Second, I don't like people calling me little brother. I'm obviously big. Ling Shui's eyes were clear and the little stars were shiny. The master is very strong. It's so fierce. Last time the owner grew up in her house, she fainted when she was in all directions. This time I finally saw the master's skills. Just like the martial arts masters in the TV series. Stroll in the courtyard. As soon as you make a move, you must do it. At the same time, I was afraid in my heart. Fortunately, there was no Shirliji just now. Otherwise, I already have it. Deal with the remaining few people. You hear movement coming from the bedroom. Open it and take a look. The brows immediately furrowed. Here is Zhu Feng in prison. They snatched more than 20 women. All squeezed into the bedroom. One by one, the disheveled hair is loose. I haven't taken a shower for several days. It tastes stinky. They saw you. And the body behind you. A glimmer of light flashed in his eyes. You are you. The courier who lives in our building. It's him. Great. Are you here to save us? Sing. Finally saved. That group beat my husband. Pinched my son. Let me out. I'm going to hit them. The women rushed out of the whip. You step aside. Yan Qing observed carefully. Finally, a sigh of regret. There are no beauties here. There is not even a single one who can pass 80 points. Run in vain. These women are either husbands and children by men, or they have repented of it. So everyone is angry. The whip is not merciful. Ling Shui stood aside and looked at these women. I am glad to have met you again. Wait until the vent is finished. The women saw the materials piled up on the side. Hungry gurgling. I couldn't help but rush over. Ling Shui saw this. Ima rushed over first and opened his hands to stop them. These supplies belong to the owner. You are not allowed to rob. These women saw Ling Shui's rosy face. The body is clean. There was even a faint fragrance. I can't be jealous in my heart. What is yours? These things were all snatched from my house by those men. It's my family. Have you two eaten so much? It must be given to us. Dressed like a street stander. It's really shameless. Ouch. If you want me to say that everyone should stop fighting. We are all women. Women can't bully women. Little girl. You should stand aside. Ling Shui was angry. Looking at you for help. Host. Give me my son. I broke them. These people are too much. The master is still not satisfied with saving them. I actually want to grab something. You smiled. Walked through the crowd to the front of the supplies. Moved his eyes. Ling Shui immediately knelt down obediently and arched her body. A ready-made stool is ready. This scene made all women look stupid. All of them scolded Ling Shui for being shameless in their hearts. Want to eat? No problem. Each person answered me a question. If I am satisfied, each person is divided into a pack of instant noodles and mineral spring. You casually grab a pack of instant noodles and crush them. The women looked at each other. You can take out those men alone. It means that it is not easy to mess with. You can't offend him. Then you ask? It's simple. Do you know a clean and beautiful woman? Everyone recommends one to me. Just tell me your name and address. The requirements can't be worse than her. As he spoke, he touched Ling Shui's hair. It's a toy. How can one or two be enough? Naturally, the more the better. The women are busy. What? This is a wolf. It's not enough to have such beautiful goods. I also want them to recommend it. What is the difference between this and Mom San in a nightclub? A middle-aged woman who was barely okay immediately raised her hand. I know one. Shenhuanhua of our building 302. She is beautiful. The other women listened. I was anxious. Damn. Let this old woman get ahead. Shenhuanhua's name is in building 5. It's still very powerful. And yet you shake your head. This doesn't count. Shenhuanhua has already been taken down by me. Change 1. The middle-aged woman was numb. The women began to rack their brains to think. There is a woman who looks like she is in her 30s. The mind is particularly active. She is the head of human resources for a company, so he is still very intelligent. She could tell at a glance. The kneeling woman is rosy. It means that you eat well. They were even fed. This is proof of this. The living conditions there are very good. It's okay to live. At least the supplies are sufficient. Follow him. Don't worry about eating and drinking. Just this little material in front of you. Even if you get it, you will only carry it for an extra day or two at most. So, she took the lead and walked out with her head held high. I know one. She lives in building 51704. Her name is Li Xiaoyan. Your eyes are slightly bright. This building also has the best. I didn't even find it. However, the other women mistakenly looked up. Xiaoyan, aren't you talking about yourself? Li Xiaoyan looked confident. That's right. I'm talking about me. Your bright eyes became cold again. Damn. You want me? This woman has a big cake face at the airport. 60 points in the sky. It couldn't be any more. I see that your god is not good, Li Xiaoyan said hurriedly. Don't look at me like this now. That's because I didn't shower or put on makeup. As long as you let me take a shower and put on makeup, I'm by no means worse than the glamorous goods under your ass. Ling Shui was angry. You are the one who is glamorous. You wave your hand. You are so ugly. Not counted. I can count. Li Xiaoyan is still very confident. Let me tell you. You used to be a courier. I can understand that I haven't eaten chat, so I don't blame you for being fascinated by this goods. But I, Li Xiaoyan, am by no means comparable to her plastic surgery face. As long as you accept me, I promise to serve you in place. Pooh me. You feel like laughing. Can't he touch whether Ling Shui has plastic surgery or not? What did you do before? I am the head of human resources at a company. No wonder. Listening to you smells like you don't do anything. You don't know what comes to mind. Suddenly showed an inexplicable smile. Okay. Give you a chance. Let you be my trial mate first. If it performs well, there is a chance to be promoted to a full-time position. Trial. Of course, Li Xiaoyan was not satisfied, but after thinking about it, I agreed. After all, there is finally a chance. Just give her a chance. She is sure to turn your fascination off your feet. Then bring the seductive thing under the buttocks. In this way, he can enjoy his supplies all to himself. That's how her supervisory position came about. The other women saw this. They all began to recommend themselves. However, each one scored 50 points, 40 points, or even 30 points of ugly women throw flattering eyes. It really leaves you speechless. No, Auntie. You can be my mother at your age. Don't add to the chaos. I know one. Xia Qiyu. She is a native of our Jiangqing. There was a woman racking her brains. A name was named. Your eyes slowly darkened. Even if he doesn't chase stars, he knows Xia Qingyou's name. Film and television songs are 3 stars. Jiangqing's little pride. Goddess in the dreams of countless men. You know her. Know where she lives. I don't know. Bang. Raising his hand broke her one by one. The head exploded on the spot. Instantly frightened the other women to the ground and did not dare to move. I repeat. I need to know the address. Instead of just giving me a name to fool me. You have a stern tone. Your sudden talent makes these. The woman's self-indulgence was a little restrained. They finally remembered. This guy is a ruthless man who can kill other men. He is also a personal, unrelenting master. With the lessons of the past, other women began to think seriously. I don't dare to lie at all. But until half an hour later, less than half of the women. A valid name and address are provided. None of them are from this community. You gave them instant noodles and mineral spring as promised. Okay. I'm sleepy. Go home. You snorted. Let Ling Shui and Li Xiaoyan move the remaining supplies and leave. Left other women hungry on the spot. He didn't have the leisure to care about these people's lives. When I returned to the 3rd floor, Xin Wanwei had already vomited and cleaned her body, including her husband's host. Xin Wanwei testified. The master brought back another woman, and she could understand, but why bring back one so ugly? Li Xiaoyan saw Xin Wanwei. I couldn't help but snort coldly and raised my arrogant head. You wait. Wait for the old lady to finish putting on her makeup. Absolutely blow you up. This is the new probationary maid. You two help her clean up first. By the way, teach her the rules. After you finished speaking, you went into the bedroom alone. Find the Jiangqing map. Mark out the information about the beauty you just collected. I briefly planned the route. Prepare to make a travel brief. Look, Brother Dong is really a perfect travel partner. As soon as Li Xiaoyan entered the door, I couldn't help but be shocked by the same style. It's so warm here. Let's go. I'll take you to take a shower first. The owner likes to be clean. Ling Shui took her to the bathroom reluctantly. I really don't understand. Why did the master accept this old and ugly woman? After taking a shower, Li Xiaoyan, who was refreshed, began to be unceremonious, picked up Xin Wenyue's cosmetics and dressed them up. I saw her sitting peacefully on a chair and putting on makeup. Xin Wanwei frowned. Didn't I teach you just now? At home, you must kneel without the permission of the owner. Li Xiaoyan looked at the closed bedroom door. Snorted coldly. What are you afraid of? He is not there. Xin Wanwei and the 2 women looked at each other. This new woman is not ugly. Still a thorn. I don't understand the owner's thoughts more and more. An hour later. Put on new clothes and put on heavy makeup. Li Xiaoyan was completely upset. Looking at Xin Wanwei and Ling Shui's eyes is like looking at scum. Stinkers. Just wait for my beauty seconds. Come to the bedroom door. Li Xiaoyan knocked on the door. Then immediately kneel. Master, the beautiful maid is waiting for your favor. The 2 women turned their heads at the same time. I want to vomit. You open the door. Just met Li Xiaoyan's fiery gaze. That's it. Should I say it or not? Li Xiaoyan's makeup is indeed something. It is indeed an Asian evil art. The flatbread face has become a melon seed face. The small eye becomes Kazalin's big eye. Some rough skin looks smooth and delicate. The airport doesn't know how it squeezed out of the ditch. But that's all. You lose interest at a glance. You see the living room with them. Remember to follow the rules. After saying that, he closed the door with a bang. Almost hit Li Xiaoyan's nose. Xin Wanwei and Ling Shui couldn't help but want to laugh. Pakistani goods? Now I'm addicted to it. You can doubt the owner's IQ, but the aesthetics of the owner cannot be doubted. Li Xiaoyan looked at the door in front of her. The whole person is sorry. Why is he? The old lady is a flower carefully selected by the company. All young and beautiful front desk girls. I can see my mother at work every day. Say that Sister Yan is so beautiful today. Even the boss has to take advantage of the proprietress lady, secretly take her to open a room when she is away. Why does the courier despise my mother so much? Li Xiaoyan was furious. I really want to stand up and knock on the door and call you out again. But thinking that you seem to have a bad temper. The truth is still in your hands. She was in a state again. Okay. Don't think about those who have or don't have them. Clean up your home. The master can keep you. You will be content, Ling Shui persuaded. And Shen Wanhua curled up at the foot of the sofa. You. Li Xiaoyan looked at the room full of food residues and was furious. It has always been my mother who bullies others in the workplace. I was bullied by others today. How can this really be true? But what can be done? You can only clean up honestly. Lie down in the other corner of the sofa. 0:0 p.m. Rewards are distributed again. One of them is the strength level +5. Don't think about it. Of course, choose to become stronger. Now the level is level 11. You are doing a one-finger handstand. Now it's scary. With a satisfied heart. You are in. The whole 301 was completely quiet. But others in the Jiayuan community. But you can't get in at all. A sudden sound made everyone. The building king felt the crisis. Building 2. No, it didn't work. You have to find a hand. Otherwise he hides in the shadows. Our current position is not secure at all. Building 6. Let's have a few people. Tomorrow morning, go to the underground garage to say hello to various buildings. Let them have a meeting together. Be sure to figure out where the hand is. Basically, all buildings have reached a consensus. One hand must not be kept. While, first, it must be in your own hands. Building 14. In a house. A woman is doing it in sports. Start supporting Kandian yoga movements. This is an extremely difficult set of moves. It is a great test of arm strength and balance. Women have excellent figures. The lines are soft but full of power and beauty. Slender double 7 straight. The tight buttocks are very tempting by themselves. Simply tie up your hair. The woman's face is small. The facial features are very three-dimensional. At this time, the woman's forehead was sweating slightly, if it weren't for those resolute eyes. I'm afraid anyone who sees it will produce it. A kind of poignant feeling that I see in Yiling. If you are here. Definitely a thumbs up. I thought Ling Shui was already invincible. I didn't expect someone to lose to her at all. Whose general is this? Ginger Bamboo, 28. 29. 30. The woman easily supported for 30 minutes. Then he stood up and rubbed his slightly sore arm. With a smug smile on his face. I am now. No more fear of any man. Jiang Zhu is very satisfied with his current state. She was originally a yoga instructor. The serious kind. Especially to help women adjust their posture. So I am also quite self-disciplined. The posture is very perfect. The first day of the end times, she was on her way home from work. Accidentally touched a snowflake. Finding snowflakes can cause people to grow pustules and cause it. Jiang Zhu was frightened and hurriedly fled back home. She was terrified. I am afraid that my appearance will be too miserable. However, after returning home, Jiang Zhu did not start to develop pustules like others. Instead, he initiated a high fever. The whole person directly worked above 40 degrees. In a state of high fever and coma, Jiang Zhu miraculously survived. After 3 days, the fever subsided. But at the same time, the body also underwent some changes. She found that she was no longer afraid of the cold. Even the strength has become much stronger. In the past, she did this set of movements at most. After a few minutes, I was out of breath. Now I actually held on for 30 minutes easily. You can imagine how great the improvement in physical fitness is. 2 days ago, riots began to break out in Building 14. Jiang Zhu, who looks sweet and has a perfect figure, naturally it has become the first choice of all men. But Jiang Zhu was not afraid at all. One hand with an iron rod convinced all the men in the building. This also leads to Building 14 has the lowest number of deaths in the community. She also became the king of this building. Dong dong dong. There was a knock on the door. Jiang Zhu frowned. Who else will come to you so late? Wear a down jacket to cover your proud figure. Open the door. A young man stood outside the door. He is one of Jiang Zhu's admirers. Sister Jiang, just now, other buildings sent people to notify. It means that we should go down and have a meeting together. Discuss a handmade matter. Jiang Zhu frowned slightly. She also cared more about a sound. After all, although I am much more powerful, but you can't bear one. Okay. Lu Wang meeting. Jiang Zhu agreed and prepared to close the door. The young man hurriedly blocked it. You want to? Jiang Zhubiao is not good. She beat all the men in the building. There are actually people who dare to tease themselves. The young man hurriedly withdrew his hand. Naturally, he was also a little afraid. The immortal smile. Shan smiled. That's Sister Jiang. I didn't mean that. It's my cat who can do backflips. I would like to invite you to my house and sit down. It doesn't mean anything else. Just sit back. This kind of superb stunner, even if the combat effectiveness is strong, it can also attract many people. This young man is one of them. Just take Jiang Zhu. He can stand up. There is a disease. Jiang Zhu's face was full of disgust. Close the door. 2 o'clock in the evening, the whole community is quiet. Li Xiaoyan has no will. She tossed and turned and couldn't figure it out. Why don't you refuse yourself? Could it be, he can't do that? But the other 2 women were fed at first sight. It can't be done. Think about it. She never felt that it was her own problem. No, it didn't work. I have to take you down quickly. Let him kick the 2 women out. Li Xiaoyan's mind moved. Just at night 0. Get up gently. Hands and feet to the bedroom. The movements are light. The 2 women didn't notice. But you suddenly heard movement. Couldn't help but sneer. This woman will indeed do. Li Xiaoyan reached out and gently unscrewed the bedroom door. A gap is exposed. The head hasn't been put in yet. The next second, it rang. Bang. The lead you have built in advance. It was pulled when the door was pushed open. The trigger moved. It was released in an instant. How could Li Xiaoyan know that you are so cautious? Was shot in the head on the spot. Flowers splashed all over the house. His eyes were full of disbelief. The body fell heavily. What's wrong? The sudden noise woke up the 2 women. He hurriedly got up and turned on the flashlight. After seeing Li Xiaoyan's body, both women testified at the same time. A cold sweat broke out. What's going on? Nothing. Lose this stupid body. Before tomorrow morning, clean the house. In the bedroom of lacquer. Your indifferent voice came. Is. Host. The 2 women hurriedly moved. Carrying Li Xiaoyan, the body was thrown out of the windowsill. It was hot again. Start washing on the ground. After a while, Ling Xuecai whispered slowly. She was going to be killed in the master's bedroom. I was afraid for a while. She was listening to Shen Wanwei talk about the master, when they are not allowed to enter the room to accompany Z. I was thinking about getting in while I was in Z. I didn't expect the owner to be on guard. Fortunately, I was too tired at night. Forget about this stubble. Shen Wanwei nodded with a calm face. She thinks more? When entering the bathroom to change, Shen Wanwei whispered her guess. I guess you are warning us. What does it mean? At night, We both have some bad thoughts about you at the same time. You must have noticed. But he didn't say anything. It shows that he doesn't care if we betray him. But he still took this stinky woman in. It should be calculated that Li Xiaoyan will break the rules. So she did. What you mean? Probably used Li Xiaoyan to warn us. Can betray. You can break the rules. But at the same time, be prepared to be dropped by him. So, if we are going to do it to you, you must completely eliminate him. Otherwise he will not give us any chance to beg for mercy. Not him. It's us. Ling Shui was shocked by Shen Wanyue's guess. It's really insidious. It can only be said that it is worthy of being a social hero. Shen Wanhua basically guessed your mind correctly. That's what he meant. You are very much looking forward to how the maids will betray him, but also tell them beforehand. Want to betray? Just be fully prepared. Otherwise. Come. It's going to be a big wave. The end of others is to fight with the sky. You feel that you are definitely getting stronger and stronger. It's not interesting to fight with Tiando. It's still interesting to fight with people. I have to say. This hand is too alarming. Shen Wenyue's last little bit of caution in her heart. It was also completely extinguished. Ling Shui hurriedly shook her head. I will not betray the master. I am the most loyal maid of the master. Is it? Shen Wanhua gave her a warning look, smiled and didn't speak. Continued to wipe the traces. The two women were busy until 4 a.m. Opened windows for ventilation. Sprayed incense again. The boy checked it carefully. Make sure there are no traces or fishy smells. Just go down safely. 8 o'clock in the morning, you get up. Under the service of the two women, I had a beautiful breakfast. By the way, he also helped Ling Shui rise to level 2, after the upgrade is over. You smoke and look out the window suspiciously. Strange. Why is it so quiet today? The first 2 days were dawn. There are all kinds of smashing and screaming in the community. Today is particularly deserted. Shen Wanhua watched the leveling was completed. Ling Shui, who is already wearing. The eyes are full of envy. Rubbed your pants. Host. In the morning I saw people from other buildings going downstairs en masse. I should go to the underground garage to discuss something. That's it. You nod and stand up. Kick Ling Shui. Goodbye. Get up quickly. Let's join in the fun. No one still wants to be a good master. Look at scaring children. I'm almost stressed. Underground garage. The building kings of each building have already brought people together. In the middle is a reed fire. Jiang Zhu sat on the roof of a rice sussavan. Wear a thick down jacket. Listen to them suspicious of each other. Building 7. What's going on? What about the people in buildings 3 and 5? This is looking down on us. Building 6. When I sent someone to notify yesterday. Building 5 was found locked. Not for a long time and no one paid attention. There is a boss named Jing Dajuan in Building 3. He said he wasn't coming. Building 10. A few meanings. That's what it says. One hand is in these two buildings. Building 8. There is a possibility. Building 11. Hi, what's the point of guessing like this? I want to say, you didn't find Building 14. Is the king of the building actually a beauty? As soon as these words came out, everyone shifted their gaze to Jiang Zhu. The eyes all lit up. Even in a down jacket. Jiang Zhu's delicate little face was still exposed. In the midst of a group of rough old men. It seems out of place. Jiang Zhu sighed. Several men saw someone molesting their boss. They all showed inexplicable smiles. Just do it. Provoked Sister Jiang. Look at her if she doesn't beat you up and cry, etc. Solved them. They can accept each other's supplies in Building 14. The chances of survival have increased again. Jiang Zhu saw all the men and looked at himself. A face of instrumentation slowly stood up. How? I think I'm a woman who is easy to bully. After saying that, he stepped heavily on his right foot. The rice Susavan completely sank on the spot. The airbag exploded. Mine is real. Everyone was frightened by this kick. What kind of power is this? That's a car. Even if a strong man wants to bring out a pit, he also has to jump. Wow. This little girl just kicked it like this. The airbag for the internet celebrity car is dry. No wonder he can become the king of a building. It turns out that he can fight like this. Jiang Zhu's younger brothers cried without tears. My sister Jiang is strong. It's just that the brain is a little straight. You are so early. Others don't dare to do it. How can we grab it? Do you want to be so simple? But they only dared to vent their stomachs in their hearts. Jiang Zhu was also rude to them. They don't dare to have one more. This time I came to the conference. Or they spontaneously followed. Building 7. He. It's really a woman who doesn't let her eyebrows be bearded. The eldest sister smash. You are this. Thumbs up. The episode ends. Everyone continued to discuss the matter. You can discuss it. I can't confirm which building 1 is in one hand. At this time, the building king of building 2 stood up. He said with a smile on his face, "Okay. It's boring to guess all the time. A few brothers, surround them all with me." A wave of his hand. A dozen men in building 2 quickly formed an encirclement. More than a dozen people surrounded more than 100 people. Building 7 frowned. Tiani, what do you mean? Shouldn't you be going to declare war on all of us? Tiani laughed. Took out a handful of silver from his arms. I wanted to get along with you as an ordinary person. But in exchange for all suspicion, I don't pretend. I am a hand. I have a showdown. This scene instantly scared everyone. The scene quickly panicked. Jiang Zhu's brows furrowed deeply. Since one hand took the initiative, then take advantage of the chaos to kill him later, snatch one over. All stepped on horses to give me peace, Tiani roared loudly. Sure enough, under the power of one. No matter how scared everyone is, they have to be quiet. Building 8. Tiani, less scary. You are fake. Tiani came to his door with a smile. Lift one to his head. Is it? Why don't you try it? Is this true? Building 8 instantly broke out in a cold sweat, judging from the cold touch coming from the head door. This thing is probably true. He didn't dare to test his own life. No, I believe you. Seeing that everyone was quiet, Tiani is very satisfied with the current effect. His one, naturally it is fake. This thing is a simulation one bought online. Metalwork. The appearance is the same as a real drop in the bucket. The reason why the fox is false, and the tiger is powerful. Naturally, it has its purpose. Tiani came to the middle of the crowd. Smiled. Dear neighbors. Today I took the initiative to reveal my identity. It doesn't mean anything else. I just want to find you to donate some materials. Our building 2 is poor. I searched the whole building and there was nothing to eat. No way. That's all there is to it. Now, if you want to live, divide the materials collected in each of your buildings in half with me. I'll let you go back. Building 11 sneered. The beauty of thinking. Half of the material. What is the difference between this and directly killing them? Tian Yi's eyes flashed with a hint of ruthlessness. A little brother saw this and immediately picked it up. One person was slashed on the head. Others were furious. But Tian Yi pointed one by one again. They are honest. Could it be that you think I am discussing with you? If I grab it myself. That's more than half. The buildings began to bow their heads and ponder. Is weighing whether to fight with Tian Yi. There are so many of them. No matter how good Tian Yi's method is, it cannot be perfect. But there will definitely be a few people. But the problem is, who wants to? These little brothers are little brothers. It's nothing more than that everyone is a community of interests. In the face of a threat to life, they won't charge for them. So, what to do now? Tianyi looked at the way everyone was thinking. The smile in the corner became more and more arrogant. His behavior. It was no different from walking on the tip. Once someone resists, everyone will find that one of his is fate. Then your fate will be miserable. But he also has a good grasp of people. Those who can live to this day are extremely life-saving. They don't dare to die. Wealth and danger are sought. It is the current Tianyi. The entire underground garage is quiet. Suddenly, there was a clattering sound of high heels walking in the distance. Everyone couldn't help but look away. Soon, the three figures of the stars came into view. Naturally, no one paid attention to the man in the middle. Everyone's self-light was placed on the two women behind him. Today's Xinhuanwei is wearing a straight white trench coat. Not wearing 7, not worn, snow-white ankles are exposed. Barefoot in red heels. A collar is hung around the neck. Her hair was tied into a ponytail, with cat ears on the head. The cold temperament looks very conquering. Ling Shui is the complete opposite. Wearing a small trench coat. Put on high silk. The same high heels. Her hair was tied up high, with a little devil headdress on his head. The makeup on her face looks very charming. Everyone gasped at the same time. Two beautiful women. And Jiang Zhu's pupils shrank. Aren't they cold when they wear so little? Is it the same as yourself? It has mutated. Has superpowers. Tianyi saw the two women at the moment. I feel like I'm standing up. The two of them returned. Yo, it's open. It seems that I am late. You smile harmlessly. Looked at everyone. Finally, he kept his eyes on Jiang Zhu. What a beautiful woman. From the position. She is actually the king of the building. Of course, that's not the most important thing, and most importantly, in his eyes, Jiang Zhu had a few characters on his head. 3. Good guys. What is the situation with this woman? How can she still have a level? What is she? Superpowers or awakened people and the like. Only with power beyond ordinary people can it be displayed by the system. Okay, she belonged to me, boy. Where did you come from? Tianyi walked over with a bad face. You scratch your head shyly. I am the boss of Building 5. I heard that you are holding a meeting of the kings of each building. You didn't call me. I came over by myself. The two women looked at each other. The master's acting skills are okay. I really thought he was a pure big boy. Right. Then you came just in time. Tianyi suddenly raised one. Aimed at your head. These two women belong to me. Divide your supplies in half with me. Otherwise, I broke you. You looked at him innocently. No, big brother. I just came. You are going to destroy me. Less nonsense. Hurry up and let the two of them come over. Kneel down. Do you want to? I saw the two women so close. Tianyi felt that he was about to explode. You count your shoulders. It's not that I don't want to give it to you. The main thing is that you are fake. After saying that, he instantly took out the golden sand eagle. A tube goes directly into Tianyi a mile. It seems that this one is the real one. At this time, you hold the golden sand eagle and Tianyi's one. Tianyi was already frightened and wet his pants. Damn. Talk to you? You actually pee. It's really rude. Bang. You look unhappy. One shot directly through Tianyi's throat. The sound instantly scared everyone. It turned out that he was the real one. The scene was instantly chaotic. Bang bang. You drove two to the sky. What are you arguing about? Be quiet. These two are better than Tianyi's power and slowness. All are conditioned. Zun held his head on the ground and lowered his head. Good yuppie. You come to the middle of the crowd. Ling Shui took out a cigarette from the ditch at the right time. Let you ding. Shen Wanhua took advantage of the situation to take out a lighter and light it. Both are very sensible. Caw. It seems that everyone is haha. I won't talk much nonsense. Hand over all your supplies. I'm a good person. Don't like innocence. Boom. Everyone only felt that their heads were about to explode. What Tianyi said still knows to leave half for us. This new guy is actually even more ruthless, just want it all. This is not to let them live. Building 8. That little brother. Bang. The king of Building 8 was shot in the head. I don't like it when people say I'm small. You blew a mouthful of the golden sand eagle. In the first half of his life, he was called Shaolin Xiaodong every day. It's annoying to listen to. Others are numb. The guy is moody. It's so hard to deal with. You see that everyone is silent. His face was a little unhappy. Why don't you speak? I seem to be forcing you. Don't be so restrained. Everyone said a word. Everyone. I believe in your ghost. Don't speak yet. Then consider it your default. You have sent a few people up to move all the supplies down, so that I don't have to look for it every family. Waste of time. However, everyone still didn't dare to move. This is the situation now. They don't want to give. I don't want to be the first one. Hey, you ignore me. I'm embarrassed. Your face darkened. I was ready to open the vows. At this time, Jiang Zhu, who couldn't bear it anymore, stood up. You're going too far. Want our supplies? Yes. Do you dare to fight me? Beat me. Supplies for you. Lost. Then I'll get you. There was hope in everyone's eyes. Jiang Zhu's combat effectiveness is obvious to all. The reason why one hand is so arrogant. Purely because there is one. Go it alone. Jiang Zhu can give him. You smile inexplicably. Yes. It has always been difficult for me to refuse the requests of beautiful women. After saying that, he pointed at Jiang Zhu. I mean, one is not allowed. Jiang Zhu hurriedly said. This man really bowed his head. It is still necessary to fight with a woman with me. You raise your eyebrows slightly. Wonderful. She can actually pick the PK method. But I still smiled and put away one. At this time, Ling Shui stood up. Host. Let me meet her. Finally gained strength today. It made her want to try how powerful she was. You look at her strangely. You are only level 2 and level 3. You might lose. Okay. If you lose, the master is punished. Don't worry, master. I won't lose. Ling Shui looked confident. Shen Wanhua propped up the bench very sensibly. You sit down with Erlang smoking a cigarette. Beauty. You fight my maid first. Beat her. Only then can you be qualified to fight me. Jiang Zhu looked cautious. The activity moved hands and feet to Ling Shui. Two beauties fight. Others are afraid. I couldn't help but raise my head and look over. This kind of scene is rare. Beat me. Only then do you have the qualifications to face the master. But you don't have a chance. Humph. He was shameless. The two women sprinted forward at the same time. Jiang Zhu took the lead in punching. Ling Shui was shocked. Very fast. He hurriedly tilted his head and narrowly avoided it. Homeopathy is an erase. Was topped by Jiang Zhu. The two of you come and go. Recruit the wolf to the extreme. Sometimes a punch can punch the ground with a punch. Everyone couldn't help but widen their eyes and swallow. Damn. These two women are so fierce. It seems that anyone can be beaten. The people of Building 14 originally had a lot of confidence in Jiang Zhu. Now there is also a lack of confidence. It feels like the worldview is being challenged. Why are beauties so strong? How can we live as men? The two women fought more and more intensely. From time to time, fragrant sweat is thrown out. It's a bit interesting. Come again. Jiang Zhu was angry. The blow was even more violent. This is bitter for Ling Shui. She is not as good as the other person. There is no practical experience. Specializing in grabbing Wang Baquan, they were all blocked by the other party. And he also carries a Mercedes-Benz Big G. Movement was blocked. It's almost powerful. No, it didn't work. I must not be ashamed in front of my master. Ling Shui carried it hard. But after all, it can't stand up to the yoga teacher. He was kicked by Jiang Zhu and lost his balance and fell to the ground. Immediately a soft bone lock. Lock her up and can't move. You let go of me. Ling Shui has already seen your eyes. I was very scared. But Jiang Zhu's strength is greater than her. The joints are also locked. No matter how much she tossed, she couldn't earn it. Okay. You win. I have the qualifications to face me. You admit defeat on behalf of Ling Shui. Jiang Zhu then stepped aside, panting to regain strength. This man is definitely stronger than this woman. Be careful with yourself. Holistic host, sorry one. Ling Shui immediately knelt beside you. A face full of Keiling. Play with confidence. But he was beaten and couldn't move. It's really embarrassing. You don't know what to do. The tone was stern. I will punish you well when I go back. Ling Shui's delicate body trembled. Shen Wanhua looked at her. The same face is full of bitterness. Ling Shui is almost the same as her. It was also defeated. It was really beyond her expectations. Jiang Zhu saw you stepping in, took a deep breath. Just as he was about to speak, he found a steel pipe at his feet, immediately picked it up. I am a woman. There is nothing wrong with using weapons. You laugh. It's up to you. Then I have no problem with weapons. Rest assured, I don't need one. Jiang Zhu was angry. This man went down. I don't know how to let a woman. You looked left and right. Suddenly a big hand reached into the neckline of Shen Wanhua's down jacket. Then in her reluctant eyes, pull out a frozen fish. It's frozen fish. And it should be a horsefish. Not the frozen fish with his fingers. You nod in satisfaction. I used to watch TV dramas and wanted to try how powerful frozen fish is. Now I can finally verify it. Jiang Zhu Mian weird. Your surname is Gao. You shake your head. Nope, my surname is Lin. Jiang Zhu was speechless. Then the little face was full of seriousness. The steel pipe in his hand was held tightly. Can we start? Jiang Zhu nodded. The next second, you suddenly disappeared in front of me. Where did it go? An unparalleled horror swept through the body. Suddenly, she felt her buttocks being slapped. It feels good. It seems that you work out regularly. Your voice is coming from behind. Ginger Bamboo. When did he come behind me? I didn't even think about it. Immediately grabbed the steel pipe and grabbed it backwards, but it still grabbed an empty space, because you appear behind her again. Level 11 versus level 3, that's the difference. She can't even see your shadow. Moreover, you don't know what Lingxiang Shibao is. Lift the frozen fish. It was severely slashed on Jiang Zhu's left arm. Click. Jiang Zhu cried out in pain on the spot. The painful veins are bursting. Cold sweat. The others couldn't help but breathe in the room. Because Jiang Zhu's arm was smashed and fractured. It's all turned outward. What a Sigma man. He really doesn't leave faces for women. I'm sorry. I didn't control the strength well. Are you okay? You are a little embarrassed. Go. Jiang Zhu was furious. The only remaining right hand continued to grab the steel pipe. But you're faster. There was another click. His right hand was also broken. At the same time, the tail of the frozen fish is also broken. It seems that this variety is still not hard enough. Next time change the carp or silver carp. You touch your chin and comment. Jiang Zhu cried bitterly. Both arms were broken. This is not something ordinary people can endure at all. Rolling on the ground in pain. The master is powerful. Ling Shui flattered her slightly. But it can only be exchanged for the back of your head. The others looked at Jiang Zhu's tragic situation. The face turned green. Mad. Is this man Superman? This is still a fart. You are so New Zealand. There is one more. You went out to rob others. Why rob us? Throw away the fishtail. You sit on Jiangzhu's temple. It deformed people's little faces. Jiangzhu was angry and ashamed that it hurt. Two powerful long strives violently. But I still can't sleep. The man who should be. How can you humiliate me like this? Everyone, she lost. You still have to bring all the supplies to me. Half an hour for you. I didn't move in. I will come to the door one by one. Oh yes, the women who snatched you also brought me over to slap my eyes. Oh, there is more. Put the control tools in your hands with me for safekeeping. I am insecure. You all have weapons, and I don't feel it. Everyone. You all have a sense of insecurity. Everyone looked at each other. Or obediently dropped the weapon. I got up and ran back to move things. You can't move it. This guy can still fight. Snow outside the road is closed. They don't even have a place to escape. The eyes of a young man who likes Jiangzhu. Complicated looking at Jiangzhu with a distorted pretty face. Ye still ran away. Nothing matters as little as life. Seeing that everyone ran away, Ling Shui came over with a smile. Master, you are amazing. Xin Wanhua sighed. Small burned hooves. At this time, you want to beg for mercy by selling cuteness. I'm afraid it's unrealistic. Sure enough. You looked at her indifferently. Go back and tie yourself to the bathroom. No food allowed for a day. I'll let you go tomorrow. Ling Shui testified. What a punishment this is. Xin Wanhua's face changed drastically. Tie up the bathroom. Ling Shui went back cutely. You patted Jiangzhu on the back. It's awkward. I'll twist it when I take you home. Jiangzhu was angry. Where is Miss Ben twisted? Miss Ben remembered, hey. Soon. People from various buildings carried boxes down. All kinds of materials piled up into a hill. Looking at so many supplies, you are still very satisfied. Everyone is very obedient. Of course, someone must have hidden a lot of materials privately, but he didn't bother to pursue it. We are good citizens with good hearts. How can you not leave a way for others to live? This big brother. Except for Building 3 in our community. All the supplies are here. You see so much. Do you need me to help you move home? Someone leaned over. He was quite good at thinking. Prepared to win a little favor with you by selling coolies. This at least saves your life in your hands. With him coming out, many men ran over and patted their breasts, and said they were willing to help. No, it is not. My maid can do it alone. You smile and refuse. Pointed to Xin Wanhua. Then he came to the materials to rummage and look for them. Put all the smoke. Find out the like, such as a flashlight power bank. Not much. One box is done. Everyone looked at it one by one. What do you mean? As long as these things are available. You said it earlier? You said you wanted this. If we take the cigarette down, it's over. Do you need to scare us enough? I thought you were going to eat it. At this time, rows of women were brought down. Look at the food piled up in a hill. They all swallowed. Big brother, all the women in our buildings are here. You look at it. You touch your chin and look over one by one. Disappointed quickly. All unkempt. I can't get excited at all. Throat, it seems that I have to go out early. Come and eat. One by one, they were yellow and thin. What does it look like? Suddenly, you say to them. The women looked beautiful. Xin Wanhua is a lamb. The owner changed back. Is actually so kind. We can really eat it. Someone asked quickly. You nod. Got the answer. These extremely hungry women. It rushed up like a hungry wolf. Tear open the bag and swallow it. Most of them haven't eaten enough for a long time. If it weren't for the body, there would still be some value. I'm afraid it's a long time ago. The men were in a hurry. This is our food. although it was snatched from these women. Seeing that the women are almost eaten, you said with a smile, I'm full. The women nodded one after another. Now that I'm full. Then come here. These things are yours. You point to the control fixtures on the ground. The women are obedient. Each person picks up a weapon. Looking at you blankly. What are you looking at me? There is revenge. There is resentment, and resentment. You pointed to the men. Men. Dangerous. Just 3 seconds. There were women with red eyes. Li Jian. You and my husband. He still regrets insulting me. I fought with you. Someone took the lead. The other women rushed up one after another. Some of them were husbands. Some were children. Some are simply bullied. But without exception, they hated these men to the bone. I didn't have the ability before. Now I have enough to eat and drink, and I have weapons. It is a good opportunity for revenge. Underground garage. It was instantly chaotic. There was a chopping sound, and you smile slowly. Carrying Jiang Shu and taking Shen Wanwei away. Jiang Zhu couldn't help but say, you let them report for excellence like this. It will only exacerbate their death. Indeed. Even if these women are well fed and armed. In front of a strong man. Still not dominant. Shen Wanwei laughed jokingly. So, do you want my master to do justice for them? Help them get their revenge. The owner is willing to give them a chance. It is already a great gift. At least they have resisted now. Isn't it? Jiang Shu was speechless. Back home, Ling Shui had already obediently tied her hands. Pooh! You rudely threw Jiang Shu to the floor. Moon maid. You take her to wash. By the way, teach the rules. Shen Wanwei obediently showed off a special maid outfit. Good host. In the bathroom, Ling Shui knelt aside. Watching Shen Wanwei help Jiang Zhu wash. Hiss, you tap. My arm is broken. Hey, you should be great too. Why not resist? The three of us just need to plan well. I will definitely be able to get him. What kind of clothes is this? Is this something that people can wear? I, Jiang Zhu, will forget it today, even if you jump from the upper floor. It is absolutely impossible to wear this kind of clothing. What? What is this code? I won't be 1,000. Is there any human right? Shen Wanwei wanted to laugh when she heard it. She actually wants human rights. 2 hours later. Use smoke and open the system panel. Maid 3. Ginger Bamboo. 38-1836. System scoring. 85. Current strength. Level 3. Maid suit. None. From the data. Jiang Zhu is not as good as Ling Shui's Mercedes-Benz Big G, but Jiang Zhu, who is healthy all year round, the waist-to-hip ratio is better, so visually more explosive than Ling Shui's figure. Didi. The maid Jiang Zhu was seriously injured. Whether it is cured with one click. Oh, the system also has this function. It's a little more troublesome, but you are not in a hurry to heal. Jiang Zhu is obviously the master who does not admit defeat. It's all like this, and the big eyes are still looking around, completely different from the previous 2 women. Let her break it for a while. Jiang Zhu was indeed full of curiosity. Even the first pain was too late to worry about. Why is it so warm here? Is it because of the small blue light square on the table? Why is there still heat here? This house is only more than 80 square meters. Where is the food? Say it. Where did your abilities come from? You ask about concerns. This time it was Jiang Zhuxi's turn. What does it mean? Don't you already have it, and ask me how I got here? You frown. Don't give me riddles. Say it well. Maybe I can help you treat the fracture. Then thank you? Jiang Zhu conditioned thanks. But think back. Didn't you break Miss Madburn's arm? I accidentally touched the snowflakes on the night it snowed. but there are no pustules like others. Instead, a high fever was initiated. I burned at home for 3 days. After the fever subsides, I found that my body became stronger. You frown. This is unexpected. It seems that this heavy snow has a very low probability of making people evolve. I'm afraid after I go out, you may encounter more psychics. In addition to getting stronger. Are there any other changes? No, I'm not afraid of the cold anymore. And what else? Then are you afraid of snow? Then I don't dare to try. I'm afraid I'll die if I try. A lot of questions were asked. Jiang Zhu was in the clouds and mist and couldn't answer clearly. You have found it. This girl's head is not very good. It's a bit cute. Sure enough, the ancients did not deceive me. Lei De has no brain. Now these 3 women, Ling Shui and Jiang Shu, belong to Wulong Feng. On the other hand, Shen Wanwei, there is often a light of wisdom in the big eyes. Much smarter than the 2 of them. It is worthy of being a social hero. I've answered your questions. Hurry up and help me treat it. Jiang Zhu's 2 arms hung there like a worm. It hurts so much. You open the system panel. After tapping the cure button, Jiang Zhu's arm suddenly lit up with a burst of golden light. The golden light quickly disappeared. The disconnected bones have grown. It was restored to its original state. This is your superpower. Jiang Zhu was shocked. She was ready to put on a cast. I didn't expect your eyes to be cured for her. Shen Wanwei was also shocked. The more you show now, the more she fears you. Magical thermal clothing. Small cubes with constant temperature. Goldo Hand 1. It seems that there is no limit to the food fever. It can give them strength. It can conjure things out of thin air. Now it has shown terrifying healing power. Did he have a jingle cat? How can there be everything? You ignored her, holding up his temples and thinking about the situation in the future. It doesn't make sense. The other awakened people are the same as Jiang Zhu. There will even be some special abilities. So can you understand something about the system? Hurry up and pull the level for me. Jiang Shu moves his hands. Only then did I remember myself. I was Z by the man in front of me. The disgust in my heart surged up again. She stood up. Humph. I'll tell you. Don't think that if you do that to me, I will like you. It is even less possible to abide by your stringent made rules. I'd rather than give it to you. Hashtag. Shen Wanwei was anxious on the spot. Not sisters. I just finished teaching you and broke the rules. Don't implicate me. You look up. The eyes were slightly raised. A dangerous smile appeared. You think about it. Don't think about it. I, Jiang Zhu, absolutely impossible. Allow men to ride on my head. Snap. Before she could finish speaking, you have already grabbed her neck with lightning. Raised with one hand. A powerful moment with a big hand. Pinched the snow-white jade neck. Jiang Zhu's face instantly turned red. The heartbeat couldn't help but quicken. As if he was about to jump out of his chamber. The double began to struggle violently. Jiang Zhu couldn't help but slap him. Want to open your hand hard. But it can't be done at all. Shen Wanwei knelt down in fright. It's done, it's done. Sure enough, the owner is not that kind of ordinary wolf. I don't know what Lingxiang Xiu is at all. It doesn't matter if you float beautifully or not, as long as his rules are violated. That's the end. Meow meow basin. Jiang Zhu wanted Zhang Yi to say something. Click. The sound of bones breaking came. Jiang Zhu's pupils were dilated. The neck tilted to the side. Completely out of breath. Drop her body on the floor. Looking at Jiang Zhu's pants, they were already moistened. You can't help but frown. Mad. It smells so bad. Didi. Detected the maid Jiang Zhu. Whether to revive with one click. This can also be a horse. The system of your New Zealand dollar is a bit excessive. Then come back to life again. Resurrection. In an instant, Jiang Zhu's body was once again filled with cash. Reduction of the broken neck. The dilated pupils slowly closed. The heart began to beat. Jiang Zhu looked still. Immediately sat up and gasped. I couldn't help but cover my neck. The whole person was terrified. Xinhua knew he poked his head out of the bathroom. The two women of Ling Shui also widened their eyes. 8. She can still be resurrected. You came over with a smile. Resurrection. Then again. After saying that, he reached out and choked her neck again. Jiang Zhu looked reluctant. This person is here. The feeling of room and death just now. It was a horror experience that had never been seen before. She felt her soul coming. A place that is extremely painted. It's scary. Nope. Don't. Click. She is again. I want to hee. It's fun. Resurrection again. Are you smiling like one at the moment? Jiang Zhu was resurrected again. Don't. I'm not leaving. I listen to you. I'll be your maid. Be your daughter. Jiang Zhu just woke up. Without thinking about it, he immediately knelt down and begged for mercy. It's terrible. He is not human. It's the devil. You frown unhappily. I still like the way you were unruly just now. You recover. I don't dare. Host. I will be obedient in the future. Please don't want me. Jiang Zhu's delicate body trembled. She never wanted to experience that feeling of going again. Okay. Then give you a chance. Next time. The master is relieved. There will definitely be no next time. Go wash it yourself. That's all. No. 3 made Jiang Zhu completely well behaved. At lunchtime. In Jiang Zhu's down jacket. The phone rang. You open. Found that Jiang Zhu's mobile phone was still full. At this time, the mobile phone is called. Beichen. Call. Now there is a power outage. The communication base station can still work. The 3 major operators are New York. Host. This is me and my fiancé calling. Can I pick it up? When Jiang Zhu saw the mobile phone screen, he hurriedly said, Your eyes lit up. I didn't expect me to become a thief again. There is meaning. Handed over the phone. Jiang Zhu connected. Hey. How about you, Xiao Zhu? I didn't reply to the message I sent you in the morning. I thought something was wrong with you. Have you found it in your community? Opposite the phone. A clear and powerful voice came. Jiang Zhu glanced at you in fear. It's okay, Beichen. I found it with one hand. It is. I'm safe now anyway. You don't have to worry. That's good. Xiao. You must be safe. I will contact you every day. When will the snow melt? I will immediately send someone to pick you up. Okay, it hurts. How are you, Xiao Zhu? It's okay without me. It was just that I fell my arm in the morning. Just wipe it. Xiao. You have to hold on. Wait for me to take you over. I will never leave you alone in the future. Good one. The phone hangs up. Your movements are paused. Face 0 weird. Your fiancé hasn't touched you. It's like a jade. Jiang Zhu tightened one by one. The answer was silky. Well, Lord? Host. My fiancé and I have already made an agreement. Wait for the wedding night. That's great. There are still such good things these days. It's cheap. Then where is your fiancé? Host. What you are going to do? You don't care what I do. Answer my question. Host. Please don't hurt him. Beichen, he is innocent. Did I say I wanted to hurt him? After listening to Jiang Zhu's story, you are amazed. Her fiancé Xia Beichen. But Jiangqing is the famous helmsman of a large group. A proper boss. You once went to deliver couriers to Xia Group. Well, I was stopped by the security guard at the door. But it didn't stop him from being on that building. Jiangqing landmark buildings yearn for it. All the people who can enter are high-end cattle and horses. I didn't expect a little-known little one. The yoga teacher actually climbed the high branch. It's really a still of a brain-dead idol into reality. Listen to what your fiancé means. He actually has the right to mobilize people to pick you up. Could it be that the snow had no effect on him? You have discovered blind spots. Jiang Zhu buckled his head to the floor. Hesitation? Beichen's family. It is the summer family of Jiangqing, belongs to a very powerful family. Listen to Beichen. His family seems to have prepared in advance. A large amount of materials have been hoarded in advance. It is also equipped with many armed forces. It is to welcome the end times. Your bike's action is once again a beat. His eyes widened slightly. Except for yourself. The Summer family is also prepared for the end times. It was the Xia family who had the means to detect in advance that it would snow. Or the snow. It is artificial. And the Xia family is one of the participants. Okay, good. That's how interesting it is. Next time your fiancé will call again, remember to be louder. You leaned into her ear and whispered. Jiang Zhumian suddenly turned pale. To celebrate the addition of a new maid. Lunch is very luxurious, Kennedy set meal. Because today also happens to be Thursday. Ling Shui smelled the fragrance, couldn't help but stick out his head. A face full of Keiling. Master, hungry. The previous maids naturally were. I don't like to eat this high-calorie food. But it can't be helped. Still the same sentence. You don't care about it before the end of the world. After the end of the world, you can't afford to climb high. That steaming supreme burger. Fried brown chicken. And the roasted whole chicken with sizzling oil. It smells so good. Saw Ling Shui. You don't get angry. This stupid girl got carried away as soon as she had a little strength. Without any combat experience, he dared to pat the meat and pretend to force him. It's a shame. It seems that these three maids have little combat experience. Once you meet other awakened people, I'm afraid I can't beat it, even if I can help them level up. But you can't have to do everything yourself. So, it is also necessary to train for battle. I thought about it. You pull out 2 handfuls of dishes from the kitchen, thrown in front of Shen Wanwei and Jiang Zhu. After eating, in the afternoon, you two went to the underground garage to chop. Practice your hands and feet well. I don't want to see it again. The shameful situation of the snow maid. The 2 women cherished it. No, sir. At the beginning, take the vegetables and chop each other. Is it a bit of a big step? Seeing that the 2 women did not dare to take the vegetables, you laugh. What are you afraid of? Even if it is injured, it is still there. I can pull you back. Cut with confidence. 2 daughters, what the host said makes sense. I was speechless. Jiang Zhu couldn't help but pick up his head. Host. Then why don't you practice together? I don't have to. You pat your breasts. Practice farts, practice. No skill is required. Pure numerical grinding is enough. Hiss, it's not a kankiki to eat. It's not Wallace. Why did my stomach react so quickly? You suddenly feel uncomfortable in your stomach. Went to the toilet. Toilet completion. Then he took the 2 women to pick up the dishes. Come to the underground garage. At first, it was still somewhat restrained. The 2 of them didn't sweat for a long time. If someone is cut by the other party, tie it in the bathroom for 1 day. You see them grinding foreign workers. Directly played the ultimatum. Jiang Zhu Shen Wanwei. In an instant, the eyes of both women changed. Fierce. And the fear that cannot be hidden even if it is hidden. They would rather be cut into 8 pieces. I don't want to be tied up either. Yeah. In the underground garage, the 2 women's vegetables were sizzling and sparkling. The flesh flew wildly. It's a scary scene. Jiang Zhu is still 1 level higher after all. Always Shen Wanwei beat. After a while, she cut off her left ear and finger. But Shen Wanwei was also ruthless. I don't know what pain is. Leng is a deadly way of playing. abruptly dropped a piece of flesh from the other party with his teeth. The two women come and go. Even the blade was cut to the curl. Finally, 2 minutes later, Xinhuanhua covered her neck and fell down unwillingly. Her level is still a little lower. But Jiang Zhu is not much better. A big hole was made in the stomach. Flow. Resurrection. Heal. The next second, 2 golden lights flash. The two women have recovered. First game, the moon made lost. Now, the second game begins. The punishment is the same as above. Yeah. The two women cut up again. Should I say it or not? This way is cruel. But it still works very well. The fighting style of the two women is becoming more and more ferocious. Fighting is like crazy. Combat experience accumulates quickly. Fight until the sky. You just announced the end of training. Half of the world came. Xinhuanhua made rapid progress. A small universe broke out in the middle of the battle. Upgraded to level 3. I haven't won a game since the beginning. To slowly win occasionally. Then the outcome was mixed. Very inspiring. It makes people cry, and the result is this half a day. Xinhuanhua 173 times. Jiang Zhu did it 92 times. It just made the two women feel immune to death. What's scary? Where is the Master Terrible? If you can't resurrect them infinitely. Both women are even thinking about the ball. It's too torturous. 12 o'clock in the evening, your new day rewards arrive. Didi. Check in today for rewards. The options are as follows. Infinite cold weapons. Medical first aid kit. Contains all kinds of medical items on the market. You name it. 3. 100% does not infringe on talent. A big double yellow egg that is delicious no matter what you do. Eyes often ignore 4. I choose 3. Once the reward is confirmed, you feel a warm current passing through your body. Then there is no feeling. It's time to do something. Try this talent to give you power. Sucked one by one. You open the bedroom window. Thick snow accumulates here. Hard like bricks. Take a deep breath. You extend your big hand. A slap on the snow. Waiting quietly. I waited for about 10 minutes. You take back your big hand with a smile. Very good. The greatest authority over oneself disappears. It's time to think about how to get out. The Jiayuan community is now bleak. The remaining materials in the whole community. At least 80% of the time you let that group of women cause trouble. The remaining living people. Life is very difficult. Several building kings also had no intention of robbing each other. Sneak together at night. Discuss how to survive the rest of the day. You are really not human. There is only half a fire sausage left. Tomorrow you will have to go hungry. What can we do about throat 1? I can't beat it. He has one more. We have no way at all. Mad. When I think of you holding 3 superb Z senses. We can only go hungry here. I can't get angry. But after all, it's just a useless complaint. Among them, the building king of Building 11 was smoking. Lenses in the light of fire. Flickering light. He spoke slowly. Everyone, in fact, you have to live. It's not that there are no other ways. Others testify. It's all like this, what else can you do? Zhang Xian. Let's talk about it. Zhang Xian is the king of the building on the 11th floor. Looks like you're in your 30s. Wearing gold wire glasses. Proper intellectual styling. But it can become the king of a building. Certainly not as simple as it seems. Zhang Xian pursed his cracked sneer. Don't forget, human flesh is also meat. Everyone breathes in the same room at the same time. They never thought of it. Zhang Xian can actually come up with this kind of steam bun idea in the end of the rules. They can mess with people. It can be lawless. But basically never considered cannibalism. It's not moral. It's human instinct. Once this head is opened, I'm afraid it doesn't deserve to be called a person. Demo. You can sit here. Which one is not stained with human life on his hands? I'm afraid of this kind of thing. Zhang Xian mocked. You are still hungry enough. This is the end of the world. What is human morality? Nothing is important to live. However, others still don't speak. This kind of thing is still too difficult to accept. That's it. Then you can only do your best. Zhang Xian rubbed his messy hair. Everyone, then you won't let us live. Then what are we afraid of? If you don't desperately do it, are you really waiting to be hungry here? Someone choked. You say it is easy. Just the combat effectiveness shown by your guy. We are desperately afraid that we will also send it. Zhang Xian looked out the window. Suddenly Ling smiled. You say. You are so powerful. Why do you have to stay in the community and not go out? The man replied reflexively. It's not snow outside. He can't. He reacted. The eyes lit up. Zhang Xian's glasses reflected the cold light. It seems that you are not too happy. The biggest difference between humans and animals is people use tools and external forces. We definitely can't beat the front. I suggest, let's send a few people to do a good job of protection. Shovel some snow in advance and secretly take it to you. Just get the snow on you. Then he will be undoubted. Everyone immediately became excited. One by one, they patted their brains. It makes sense. We are frightened by the snow all day long. I actually forgot that this can also be our weapon. Just do it. I'll send someone to shovel the snow now. Ouch. We still have to pay attention when we throw snow. Don't get the best in his family. Dare to burn our supplies. Those women want to help him pay off his debts. Movement is small. 3 a.m. is the heaviest time for people. Act at that time. Zhang Xian stood up. Move your hands and feet to the window. While looking at the black lacquered sky. Suddenly, a star appeared in the sky. Give you 3 options before the end of the world. How would you choose? 1. Unlimited food includes drinks. 2. Golden Desert Eagle equipped with infinite elastic ammunition. 3. A can of hairspray that will be handsome after spraying. You already know 5 hours in advance. The end of extreme cold will come. The living environment of human beings will become increasingly harsh. Funeral and illness will also break out. Order and rules will gradually collapse. At this time, Zhang Xian and a group of people had already arrived at your door. The sound of prying the door is loud. Nestled at the foot of the sofa for 2 sleep, Shen Wanwei and Jiang Zhu woke up instantly. Ling Shui, who was leaning against the wall of the bathroom, was confused and quiet. The bedroom door opens. You walked out with a blue face. You hear movement when the other party enters the 3rd floor. The master is? The women quickly got dressed. You wave your hand. Release the snow maiden. Prepare the dry rack. Grid. Dare to pry the door at night. Then I'll get you. Click. The gate was violently destroyed by a crowbar. Finally overwhelmed and open. More than a dozen people suddenly rushed in. Play with him. Not a single nonsense. Several people immediately took out plastic bags from behind. Thrown at you. Host. I'll come. Ling Shui was finally sleepy. You have to express yourself without thinking. Pick up the 7 wolves at hand. Snap a few times. Tear the plastic bag in an instant. But the next second, she cried. The snowflakes in the sky spread out. There is no way to hide in a small house. The 3rd girl and you were hit in the face by snowflakes. Ha! Hit. Ha ha you. You decide. Eyelashes, not 2 women. There are 3. Chua. How did you lose it? These women also encountered snowflakes. That is not certain. Only then did Ling Shui realize that she had made a mistake again, crying and looking at you. Master, I'm wrong. You pat the snow on your head. The boss with a face stared at her fiercely. The punishment of both of them. It's all yours. Shen Wanwei and Jiang Zhu looked at each other. I was pleasantly surprised. They add up to almost a year in the bathroom. Now let Ling Shui pick it all up. She's a good person. Ming Ming Ming, Ling Shui cried bitterly. I have all the thoughts I want. Zhang Xian got out of the crowd. The middle finger pressed the top of the frame with a sneer. I can't think of it. You do a lot of evil. Don't let other people in the community live. Now let you feel it too. The taste of death. You look at him. Suddenly laughed. Then the laughter grew louder. What are you laughing at? Zhang Xian's heart sank. Why are you so calm? And these women? It is also unexpectedly calm. I laugh at you. You made an eye. The three women skillfully hold the stool, take out a cigarette and light it in one go. Showed them stunned. It's a good slip. You can think of dealing with me with Snow. It shows that it really used his brain. But you don't know. Research the onset of Snow beforehand. From contact to Snow. Until he died. It takes 5 minutes. You just rushed in so big. Don't be afraid that I will kill you all within 5 minutes. Everyone testified. A cold sweat broke out behind him instantly. Even Zhang Xian's eyes suddenly darkened. He really didn't know about this. Or everyone was frightened by the Snow. No one analyzes the symptoms. Pick up the snow on the floor. It was pinched into a small snowball. You continue to laugh. Second, if I say the snow is gone, believe it or not. Everyone. What? There is also such a thing. Countless MMPs flashed in everyone's hearts. If there is no snow, they will still be afraid of hair. The big deal is to spend some effort shoveling snow and going out to find supplies. Do you need to be hungry here? But are your words credible? You strike with lightning. The little snowball hit Zhang Xian's head. Snap! Zhang Xian finally lost his cool. He hurriedly slapped the snow on his face. The eyes were terrified. You get up. Come to him. What are you panicking about? Do you want to die? Will this snow take you? Zhang Xian was already trembling with fright, guessing over and over again. Is there any snow? It should be. What happened will become like this. Is the snow or are you bluffing? Why is he not afraid at all? Why can he be so calm? Is it really not? Should I say it or not? People with fast heads are encountering this kind of thing. Thinking is a lot. He was afraid. Can live to the present. They are all very life-saving. Yes, right. Snap. You raise your hand and slap it. Don't ask for mercy, you just need to follow me. Will you be fine? Zhang Xian was about to cry. I won't be. Then wait and see. You stand up with a sneer and clap your hands. Maids. Let's have a snowball fight. Good host. The third daughter was not worried about it at all. Anyway, just believe the master's words without brains. They immediately rushed to the balcony and started scratching the snow. Squeeze it into a snowball and smash it at these people. Don't slap me in the face. Hey! This snow is still a little sweet. Mad run. I don't want to test the guinea pig. Damn. Don't come in any further. Let it go. They also didn't dare if there was snow. There are more than 100 people inside and out. But he was beaten by 3 weak women with snowballs. They even rushed out of the corridor. Ling Shui is responsible for shoveling snow. Shen Wanwei is responsible for carrying the bucket. Jiang Zhu is responsible for losing. The scene was not cheerful. Didi detected the maid Shen Wanwei. Whether it is solved with one click. Detected maid Jiang Zhu. Check. You smile when you show your Mimi. Look at the system panel. Tongzi. You're a little ignorant, Kaw. Why can the maid solve it with one click? You have to brush out the immunity. Playing with double standards is still a drought. It seems that Jiang Zhu gained his abilities even through snow. Is still not immune. Zhang Xian was brought to the underground garage by Yarnek with one hand, watching the three women have a snowball fight. Looking at the more than 100 people he brought, the three women giggled and smashed the snowballs. I feel like my worldview has collapsed. Suddenly, he felt a little itchy on his body. What's wrong with me? Zhang Xian was frightened. You rip off his down jacket. Sweaters. The warm clothes showed their arms. Now the pus spots of Qing have begun to appear. And the pustules are rapidly bulging. I am in the middle. How is this possible? Zhang Xian's eldest child. Not. So there is still snow. But why are you okay? Watching you still smoke indifferently. There was not the slightest sign of it on his body. Zhang Xian was completely numb. No. I don't want to. But Shui's vegetarian is so powerful. Once 5 minutes have passed, we'll die instantly. Zhang Xian stared and twisted his watch. Sure enough, it will change. It's not just Zhang Xian, others are also flare-ups. On 6 faces, pustules began to grow on the hands. This snow has a bell. I fought with you women. The 3 women stopped at the same time. I watched these people die with some shivering. Beautiful faces. Then let's. Ling Shui hurriedly looked at her arms and he opened the neckline again and looked inside. Only then did he breathe a sigh of relief. It's good if it's not bad. It's still so self-righteous. Although they won't because of your existence. But the symptoms are simply terrifying for women. The pustules on his face exploded. It's uglier than the funeral in the movie. It's simply the one that is famous all over the world. The sense of deja vu of the Mermaid Band film. Then, what's even more terrifying is that the thief is ugly. There were about 30 men who fell to the ground in mourning. With wide eyes, the posture is quite distorted. But it was quickly frozen by the low temperature of -40 degrees. Master, we are fine. Xin Wanwei asked ambitiously. You seem to be smiling. What do you say? Seeing you so calm. Xin Wanwei let out a sigh. Jiang Zhu's eyes flickered slightly. She thought she should be from Fu. The snow has gained an immune effect. I forgot to say it. I just have the ability to help you solve it. It's not that you can be immune. If you want to see if you can resist it. I'm still looking forward to it. You seem to notice something. A smile on his face. Pooh. The 3 women knelt on the ground at the same time. Host, we don't try. Joke. Solution and resistance are 2 concepts. Once I try it secretly behind your back, he really won't save you. You clap your hands? Okay. Start now. Hide behind me. Let me conduct an experiment. The 3 girls obediently hid it. I saw you take out a thermostatic stove. The temperature within a radius of 3 meters rose instantly, enveloped Zhang Xian's body. In the horrified eyes of the 3 women, after Zhang Xian's body thawed, fingers began to move slightly. A low roar came from his throat. Then the voice became louder and louder. The body also began to twist violently. Ling Shui couldn't help but cover her exclamation. It really is. This scene will be very familiar as long as you have seen the movie. Funeral. Your eyes narrowed slightly. As I guessed. The essence in the snow is mourning and illness. It's just that the temperature is too low, so the disease is also frozen. But once the temperature rises, the funeral came to life. Okay. This simply makes those who are looking forward to it. The survivors of the sun cannot live at all. Roar. Zhang Xian roared and stood up. There are no pupils in the eye sockets. But it's very strange to be on you. The next second, he rushed over. At least have a speed of level 2. You are still commenting. Wait for Zhang Xian to get closer. One kick flew the end. Cracks were smashed on the load-bearing columns. Close to level 3 strength and defense. Feel the bounce touch coming from your palm. You have a general understanding of mourning. However, Jiang Xian still struggled to get up. Roared again and charged at him in a very twisted posture. This time you didn't hold back. A slap exploded his head. Should I say it or not? It's really strong. He was just an ordinary person during his lifetime. After that, you can have such strong power. It's really a bit too fierce. You know, when Shen Wanwei was level 2, can you beat 10 adult men one by one? Level 3 words. At least one person singles out 20 or 30 is not a problem. However, as soon as he wakes up, he will have such a strong power. How can ordinary people live? Funeral and illness New Zealand dollars. It seems that he has to upgrade these maids as soon as possible. In case one day the temperature rises and there is a big outbreak. Do you expect to resist the funeral alone? Throat 1 is really expensive. Master he is. Shen Wanwei looked at Jiang Xian's headless body frighteningly. You said as you walked back. You see it too. Snow contains funeral diseases. Once it encounters high temperatures, they will wake up. It's the same as in the movie. It is useful to get a headshot. 3 women have a choreopathy at the same time. Good guys. I don't know how many people are in the whole community. These are all funerals. If it breaks out, with their current strength and nakeling, I'm afraid it will be swallowed up by the mourning group in an instant. For a time, the 3 women ran faster. Or stay with the owner and feel safe. Jiang Zhu faced strangely. Then I belonged to the mutation. It just didn't turn into a funeral. That's what it means. And I believe you are not the only one. I'm afraid there are already many people like you outside, such an awakened person with special abilities. So, accelerate leveling. The 3 women were overjoyed at the same time, with a charming smile on his face. Good host. The snow maid continued to be tied. Don't be lazy. The master doesn't want it. There are 3 poles on the map. You stretch your waist and come to the windowsill. Watch the sun appear in the sky. The eyes froze. There is also a week in the end times. This is the first time the sun has appeared. However, the temperature did not rise much. It looks like it's minus 30 degrees outside. It seems that it will take some time for the funeral to erupt. After a night of hard work, you are not without gains. Shen Wanwei and Jiang Zhu were both mentioned to level 4. Even Ling Shui, who ate and drank, was promoted to level 3. It can be regarded as a big stick and a sweet date. But other people in the community. But I can't wait to kowtow to the sun. Finally saw the sun. This terrifying snowfall should have passed. Jiang Zhu's cell phone rang at the right time. Xiao. Great. The sun is out. The snow outside should melt quickly. You hold on a little longer. I'll send someone to pick you up soon. Don't be okay. Not in a hurry, Xiao. Are you still in Ziju? Why does it sound very tired? I was very sleepy last night. There was a riot last night. I am the king of the building. It took a long time to suppress him. So how about you? Have you ever been bullied by him? Did you live? No good. He's amazing. But I'm fine. Don't worry. That's good. Xiao. I miss you so much. Let's open a video. Here to turn on the video. Jiang Zhu immediately sat up. Broken. If Xia Beichen sees this now, he must not go crazy. But I still want to Z. Or open it next time. There was a long silence on the other side. Finally, he let out a long sigh. Okay. Xiaozu, have a good rest. Let's open it when you have time. You just have to remember. I am very you. Well, I am you too. That's all. Hung up. Hang up. Jiang Zhu was in a daze at the mobile phone certificate. The guilt of cheating on your fiancé. Let her come to her senses. Even the two words you say are so difficult and jerky. When did you change? It's only been a day since you caught me. Could it be, I am really that kind of woman? On the other side of Jiangqing, more than 50 kilometers away from Jiayuan community, a large manor house looks out of place. Outside the manor walls is a 2-story snow bill. But there is not a trace of snow. There were many servants in down jackets walking around inside. Even in the pool in the manor, there are goldfish swimming around. Flowers are blooming by the wall. It's like this manor is fundamental. It is not affected by the heavy snowfall of the last days. This is the Xia family manor. On the east side of the manor, one is wearing a suit and gold thread. The young man with glasses sits in the house. The account seems to be lost, and the phone is hung up, stared blankly at the wall. A photo of him in Jiangzhou. This person is Xia Beichen. Top 10 outstanding young people in Jiangqing. CEO of Xia Group. The golden turtle son-in-law who is full of multiple identities. Xia Beichen was about to go out. The door was suddenly pushed open. A tall figure walked in.